24 Anderson brand surveys of U.S. contractors, builders, architects, and homeowners. For warranty info, visit AndersonWindows.com.
Huddle up, Vikings Nation. Don't let that Skol chant fade. Let it echo through the hallways, the bars, the stadium, and the city. Because when the Vikings score 2 or more touchdowns, you'll get a free Big Mac with a purchase of $2 or more. Only in the McDonald's app. Offer valid once per person the day after the Vikings score 2+ touchdowns through 2/28/26 at participating McDonald's. Excludes tax. Must opt into rewards.
Eagan, Minnesota is the proud home of the Minnesota Vikings, and it's also the ultimate destination for fantastic fun. Eagan features over 100 unique restaurants and amazing attractions, such as Twin Cities Premium Outlets and the Vikings Museum. And when you stay in any of Eagan's 19 incredible hotels Thursday through Sunday and pick your package, you'll receive 2 free tickets to the Vikings Museum. Other great offers are also available. For complete details, visit enjoyegan.com. That's enjoyegan.com.
Why do we gather for the holidays? We gather because, in the blur of life, we often take our blessings for granted, distracted by the noise and our own interests. We gather to slow down and reflect on what truly matters, our loved ones, and cherishing the simple moments of joy. We gather to choose gratitude. Have a blessed gathering this Thanksgiving from all of us at Shields.
If you're in the market for a used vehicle, click on CarswapUSA.com.
We offer easy financing, complimentary oil change, and if you need it, we can deliver it.
Speaking of CarswapUSA.com,
you can browse hundreds of vehicles from your home.
If you're ready to buy a premium, hand-picked, late model, low mileage used vehicle, then check out your options at
CarswapUSA.com. We deliver.
Whether you're buying or selling, make CarSwap your first stop. CarSwap, a car for everyone.
All right, team, huddle up. It's game time at Mystic Lake. Score season-long prizes with drawings, giveaways, and more action at the official casino of the Minnesota Vikings. Catch a $15 round-trip ride to U.S. Bank Stadium for a Minnesota Vikings home game with Mystic Lake Game Day Park and Ride. And raise a glass to victory with game day food and drink specials at Hop House, the Twin Cities' newest sports bar and live music destination. Check out the latest casino promotions at mysticlake.com. You don't want to miss out.
Minnesota Vikings pregame coverage continues now on FM 100.3 KFAN, Minnesota's home for football.
Welcome back, Vikings Football Sunday. Today's health report is brought to you by Twin Cities Orthopedics. TCO is the official sports medicine provider of the Minnesota Vikings. And key players for your Minnesota Vikings out. Ryan Kelly, he did return to practice this week. He's got a concussion. He's out today. And Jonathan Grenard, that shoulder, he will miss today's game. TJ Edwards for the Bears, their linebacker, he is out. And also their wide receiver, Walker, has a concussion, and he is out as well. That's today's health report. Brought to you by Twin Cities Orthopedics. TCO is the official sports medicine provider of the Minnesota Vikings. Trusted care, pro approved. And coming up here next, we've got Ben Lieber joining me. Jonathan Grenard out, as I mentioned. His impact on the Minnesota Vikings defense. We'll talk to Ben about that coming up next. This is Vikings football.
What if you could have reliable and intelligent Wi-Fi at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Just 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most, that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them, and that keeps you gaming in the fast lane. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity. Imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply.
Flu season is here. Get your flu shot today at your local Hy-Vee pharmacy. It's easy, convenient, and no appointment is necessary. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, earn a 20-cent fuel saver. That's right, a 20-cent fuel saver. Get your flu shot when it's convenient for you. Schedule online or just stop by your Hy-Vee pharmacy. No appointment necessary. Help your family stay healthy. Get your flu shot and get a 20-cent fuel saver only at Hy-Vee. See store for details. Some restrictions apply.
Hey, Vikings fans, Crown Royal is the official whiskey of the Minnesota Vikings. And this season is not game day without the generous spirit of Crown Royal. Whether you're at the tailgate, in the stands, or watching from home, Crown Royal is the reason and the reward for coming together. Grab a glass with the Crown Royal rig at a stadium near you, because we'll be sharing the generous spirit with fans across the country. Crown Royal, fueling game day with a generous spirit. Visit crownroyal.com/Royal Rig for more on the Crown Royal Rig Tour. Please drink responsibly.
Hey Vikings fans, I'm Taylor of the Minnesota Vikings cheerleaders, and here's our best kept secret, Pure Luxe Med Spa. Laser hair removal at Pure Luxe is a game changer. Voted best med spa and laser hair removal by the Star Tribune, they keep us game day ready with Botox, filler, and our favorite, the Diamond Glow Facial. Visit mypurelux.com/skull to book your appointment today. Pure Luxe Med Spa, the preferred med spa of the Minnesota Vikings cheerleaders.
Officer, could I get your perspective as a man of the law?
You know I'm a mall cop, right?
You see this Hyundai Santa Fe? I only paid for it.
Whoa.
Right? I'm not in trouble, am I?
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on the Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid models. Visit your Twin Cities Hyundai dealer, proud partner of the Minnesota Vikings. Offer ends December 1st. Call 480-500-7931 for details.
As a leader in innovative ingredient solutions, Sam Nutrition offers a unique personal touch that only a family-owned business can provide. As your trusted partner in animal nutrition, we source the highest quality ingredients, ensuring you achieve optimal results. Discover how our family values drive us to connect industries and unlock peak performance across your entire operation with Sam Nutrition. Learn more by visiting samnutrition.com. Sam Nutrition, high performance, reasonable price, a proud partner of the Minnesota Vikings.
Fires on the right wing, brilliant hit! Hear every Wolves game this season, found live on the Timberwolves channel on the free iHeartRadio app.
Anthony Edwards delivers again! Welcome back, Vikings Football Sunday. Vikes taking on the Bears. And brought to you by U.S. Bank, the official bank of the Minnesota Vikings. We have our very own Ben Lieber, former linebacker, of course, for your Minnesota Vikings. Twin Cities Live. He's on Fox 9. He's on KFAN. And he's standing on the field there at U.S. Bank Stadium. How are you doing this morning, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing great. Good vibes down here. Feeling real positive about this game. I don't know about you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This is going to be a lot of fun. You never go wrong when you have a division game, and especially here at home. It'd be nice to actually sweep the Bears in 2025. Regular season would be sweet. It's going to be tough, though, without Jonathan Bernard. He's out, obviously, here today. What kind of an impact does that make? I mean, how much he's made an impact on the defense in general in 2025 here, again, with Bernard. But with him out.
Yeah, I mean, he's our best pass rusher by far. I mean, I think he's arguably our best player on defense, the way that he can stop the run as well. He's so quick off the line of scrimmage, giving the left tackle so many different looks with his speed, with his inside moves. He's just a chaos creator, and when we don't have that, we're definitely going to miss that. And, you know, no slight to Dallas Turner, but he's going to have to step in and try to replicate that. And we've seen it time and time again. He's just not quite the impactful player. So, you know, hopefully with more of a disciplined rush by our whole front, we can do a really good job of containing Caleb. But, you know, every defense tries to do the same thing, and a lot of them fail.
Yeah, Ben, I've mentioned this before, but it's been a roller coaster season. You keep hearing people say that. It is for the Vikings, not only with their win-loss, but also with the questions about J.J. McCarthy, the frustration from Jets. It's just, where are we? Who are the 2025 Vikings?
Well, that's a great question. I mean, I don't even have the answer to that because I'm still waiting to see what we are. I mean, right when we think that we have a really good team and we're matched up really well against the Ravens last week, we go out there and we shoot ourselves in the foot. And I think everybody that watched that game, not just Vikings fans, but league-wide, realized that we're just as capable as the Baltimore Ravens, who, you know, a lot of people think are Super Bowl championship caliber. We matched up well with them, skill versus skill. And the deciding factors were bad decisions by the quarterback throwing it down the field and creating interceptions, and then our own false starts and moving the chains backwards. So if we clean up our own mistakes, we win that football game. So who are we? I don't know. We have yet to really prove it. Are we the team that is going to go out there like last week and play undisciplined, or are we the team that's going to have our hair on fire against the Lions at their place and walk out there with the victory? I'm hoping, obviously, it's very much like the Lions today.
Ben, Minnesota Vikings on third down, not so great, 31st in the NFL. Meanwhile, the Bears defense, pretty good at it.
Yeah, listen, the Bears defense is fantastic. I mean, that's the one key I think I'm going to be watching for this game is offensively, we cannot get into third and long situations. If you look at the 3rd and 8+ that this Bears defense goes against, they're holding NFL quarterbacks to the lowest passer rating in the league on 3rd and 8+. So we have to, at all costs, avoid getting those situations. And they do such a good job of mixing up everything on 3rd and long. It's, sometimes it's a 4-man front. They love their dime package with a 3-man front. They'll bring a 4th blitzer, but it's not really a blitzer. So it's a 4th rusher. You don't know which angle they're going to come from. You don't know which style of coverage they're going to be in because they're kind of all over the board. So extremely confusing on 3rd and long, so we must avoid those situations.
Harrison Smith, his 200th game is today against the Bears. 200 games in the NFL, 14 seasons. He still is Harry the Hitman.
Yeah, man, I'm looking right now just to the left of Jared Allen's name and number up here in the Ring of Honor, and most likely he's going to be right next to Jared Allen very soon. I mean, he's a special player. He's done it in the best possible way, always being a pro. And, you look at his list, I think Studwell's sitting at 201. So Harrison is going to eclipse him here this season. But, you talk to everybody, within the organization, he does everything right. Everything you ask of him, he does it the right way. He's such a great role model for all these young guys. And it really is kind of fun if you watch him pregame for every game that we play, and even after the games are played. So many guys in the opposing teams and coaches want to come over and dap him up and just tell him congratulations and what a treat it is. So that's ultimate sign of respect from not only everybody within the Vikings organization, but everybody across the NFL.
All right, Bears defense. Obviously, what scheme does everybody want to do? They want to make sure you shut down the run, and then let's shut down Jets, shut down J.A., see if TJ and Naylor can beat you. What do you think is going to happen with the defense that's 26th in the NFL with pass yards against them, and also versus a run, they're 24th in the NFL?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, you talk about the identity, and we keep talking about, KOC needs to run the ball with more frequency. And I know that he says, listen, we call run plays, but we have checks built into it. If we like what we see in the pass game, we're going to check out. And what I say to that is, just stick with the run. I mean, you have to run the football, even if it's for a 1 or 2 yard gain, just to keep the defense honest. And, when TJ Edwards is out for this in the Bears lineup and they haven't found a viable replacement, Sewell has not played very well. I think that they are ripe to get picked on in the run game and play action game, but that's only going to work if we commit to the run. So I'm hoping that once again, we talk about it every week. Hopefully we learned our lesson of not run the ball more, and if we can get that done today and control the line of scrimmage, we're going to win this one.
All right, Ben, great stuff as always. Thanks, buddy.
All right, thanks, Mus.
We'll hear more from Ben on the sidelines throughout the game and then after the game in the locker room as well with interviews. We got more coming up on the way. Ben Gessling from Star Tribune and StarTribune.com joins me on the Minnesota Vikings Audio Network, driven by Polaris.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious. With multiple engine options and impressive towing, while Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Visit ChevyDealOnline.com.
Why do we gather for the holidays? We gather because, in the blur of life, we often take our blessings for granted, distracted by the noise and our own interests. We gather to slow down and reflect on what truly matters, our loved ones, and cherishing the simple moments of joy. We gather to choose gratitude. Have a blessed gathering this Thanksgiving from all of us at Shields.
Hey Vikings fans, Ben Lieber here. Looking for a healthy place for the entire family? Well, Lifetime, the official athletic country club of the Minnesota Vikings, champions healthy, happy lives for every member of the family. My daughter loves to meet her friends at Warrior Sculpt, and my boys, they love to compete on the pickleball courts, and it gets scrappy. With over 25 clubs in the Twin Cities area that feature 100 classes a week, spacious workout floors, a relaxing spa, healthy cafe, and so much more, families truly can do it all at Lifetime. Get your family going today at lifetime.life to find a location near you.
NFL fans, when it's time to get Vikings tickets, you can tackle game day with total certainty with Ticketmaster. With 100% verified tickets available all season long, you can count on getting in with ease and spend time focusing on the good stuff. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, you can still score seats. Want to meet up inside the stadium with your crew? Transferring your tickets is an easy handoff. So, get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Vikings.
Vikings fans, looking to upgrade your wardrobe? This local brand based in St. Paul will become your new go-to. Unreal is the premium athleisure brand that combines comfort, versatility, and style. Crafting elevated apparel that will take you from the office to the gym or the airport to the golf course. Wherever you go, they've got you covered. Shop now at Unreal.com and experience the difference yourself. That's UNRL.com, the best athleisure wear in the game.
For the Vikings, growth is a team effort. Coaches maximize performance. Teammates push your limits. But in business, who's there to help you grow? Lumen, that's who. Like saving live broadcasts from lag time, helping deliver the in-stadium experience for fans with millions more around the globe, and bringing all the benefits of the cloud to your network. So it's as secure as a defensive line and as legendary as the fans that cheer them on. Welcome to the on-demand network that meets your demands. Learn more at lumen.com. Services not available everywhere.
The Twin Cities home for Vikings talk. FM 100.3 KFAN. The Fan.
Welcome back. Vikings Football Sunday. Vikings taking on the Bears here at noon, and you can join Paul Allen, Nordo, Alec Lewis, and more Friday, November 20th at the Buffalo Wild Wings in Blaine for the Friday Football Feast presented by Coors Light. Visit Vikings.com/BWW for full schedule and all of the details. And joining me now from Star Tribune and StarTribune.com, of course, KFAN as well, Ben Gessling. How are you, Ben?
How you doing this morning?
Oh, doing fantastic. Sitting here at the game. Can't wait. This is going to be a lot of fun. Anytime it's a divisional game, you know it's going to get exciting out here. And let's start with this. J.J. McCarthy, we've been talking about the roller coaster ride that it is so far with him, just 4 games, and how he has passes that go from gems to ooze. That 62-yarder he throws to Naylor, absolute dime. He threw a great ball to Jets in the end zone. It didn't turn out to be a touchdown, but also he has these sailed balls and inaccuracy, and coach talking about his feet and eyes before he came back from his injury. Your assessment here with J.J. McCarthy so far after 4?
Yeah, it was interesting this week. Kevin O'Connell said, I'm just looking for things that I can kind of count on that become second nature, and I think that's a lot of it, where you need some of the kind of tenets of playing quarterback to become a little more predictable with him. And that is sometimes is how he reads things. It's how he goes through, kind of figuring out where pressure is coming from and how he adjusts to it. Some of it is footwork. We've talked a lot about that through the course of the season. But you see things watching that Ravens game back last week that there are still moments that needs to get settled down. And I think the consistency of we can trust that certain things are going to happen the way they should and the way that they often are counted on. I mean, Kevin O'Connell talks all the time about rhythm and timing, and I think getting to the point where that is a more known commodity with J.J. McCarthy is a lot of it. I think that's going to be a step today for him to get moving in that direction, and I think that's a lot of what they need to see for this thing to get a little more sustainable.
Back to the basics, and you got this cadence that they had last week, and 8 false starts. How is that even possible? Those pre-snap penalties are always a killer.
Yeah, they are, and I think some of it last week was, some of it's McCarthy, some of it's going through hard counts. It's really the first time he's been through cadences this complex. I mean, a lot of times in college, in Michigan, he's just clapping for the ball, and there's not the same level of complexity with cadences and protection adjustments and hard counts and So there's a lot being put on his plate as a 22-year-old, and I think that is part of it. You're asking a guy that has not done these things to take a pretty big jump in complexity, but you also have veterans on the offensive line for that reason. You need people that are locked in, are not going on McCarthy adjusting a protection or a hard counter. We saw some of those things last week from accomplished players that just can't happen. So especially at home, there's just no excuse for that. And Wes Phillips talked about it this week. He said it's embarrassing in part because you have veteran players that should be counted on. We talk about things that are sustainable and reliable. Those tackles, those offensive linemen as a whole are the players that you would count on to do that, and it wasn't there last week.
Ben, we always love to talk about it, especially in broadcasting, about the body language. Oh, you can tell by the body language what's going on there. But literally, you could see the frustration in Jets. In 2025, he's got 51 receptions, 686 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Through 10 games last year, he had already had 930 yards and 5 touchdowns by week 10. You could see he's frustrated.
Yeah, I think you can. I mean, it's something where the numbers are not quite where they want them to be with him, and there are times where balls are not accurate when they're coming to him. He's getting plenty of targets, but the ball is not getting to him in the same way, and I think that's probably getting frustrating for him. But a lot of this is still a guy that has won more playoff games in college than he has in the NFL. This is a guy, both he and J.J. McCarthy won national championships in college. They're not used to losing very much. And I think with Justin Jefferson, you're in year 6 now. I think there is that sense of just, I want to have this thing go somewhere in the playoffs and go somewhere where we are becoming a contender in the NFC. And I think some of the frustration, just especially in competitive moments like that, comes from that place as well. He talked this week about needing to kind of get back to that youthful energy of 2022 when everything was going right. But some of that is also having the success that you count on happening regularly. We'll see if they can get some of that going today.
You can hear the music playing less than a minute here. Ben Johnson, and he definitely has a system, and he's brought it here to Chicago.
No doubt. I mean, a lot of the things that the Lions did well, running the ball, working to the tight ends, going off play action, you see a lot of those things happening. And the big question for him was, can you get Caleb Williams to play within that system? They've done a better job of kind of constraining some of those things. They spread things out a lot more. I would look for that today. They test the Vikings secondary there. But certainly the Ben Johnson effect has been real. We'll see if it can give the Bears a win today or if the Vikings can finish the season sweep.
Great stuff as always, Ben. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Mus. Enjoy the game.
Ben Gessling, Star Tribune at StarTribune.com. Tatum Everett with Van Ginkel. That interview's coming up next. PA with the coach. That's also coming up. This is Vikings football.
It's time to score a touchdown with the best deck you'll ever have, and it's courtesy of TimberTech and TimberTech.com. TimberTech is #1 in premium decking. There are myriad reasons why. One is they're the leaders in design, so let them ship you free samples at no charge. Choose up to 4 decking samples to see which realistic wood styles are best for you. Start at TimberTech.com. Behold, it's TimberTech.com.
Celebrate the magic of the season at Winter Solstice at Viking Lakes. Beginning November 21st, Winter Solstice is your destination for holiday fun and winter adventure. Experience the enchanting magic of lights, drive-through experience, gaze upon the 36-foot holiday tree, skate the plaza, cozy up at the warming house, powered by Xfinity, and save the date for the Viking Lakes Ice Festival, returning January 16th. Learn more at wintersolstice.com. That's winter, SKOLSTICE.com.
Every team needs a top pick, and every home does too. That's why pros and homeowners choose Anderson, the #1 trusted window and door brand. Built to last through every season, Anderson makes it easy with windows and doors that perform as great as they look. So whether it's scoring style points or tackling tough weather, you can trust your home to Anderson, the official window and door partner of the Minnesota Vikings. 2024 Anderson brand surveys of U.S. contractors, builders, architects, and homeowners. For warranty info, visit AndersonWindows.com.
Hey, it's Paul Allen, and for decades I've been telling you to go to Continental Diamond to buy your engagement ring. I have Andy here. Why do you think Continental Diamond has been so successful over the years?
It's definitely because of our We Care More attitude, PA. We have an amazing team,
that genuinely cares about providing our clients the best experience and the most value.
For 25 years, wow, a quarter century, I've been promising and they've been delivering. Visit Continental Diamond in St. Louis Park or continentaldiamond.com.
Eagan, Minnesota is the proud home of the Minnesota Vikings, and it's also the ultimate destination for fantastic fun. Eagan features over 100 unique restaurants and amazing attractions, such as Twin Cities Premium Outlets and the Vikings Museum. And when you stay in any of Eagan's 19 incredible hotels Thursday through Sunday and pick your package, you'll receive 2 free tickets to the Vikings Museum. Other great offers are also available. For complete details, visit enjoyegan.com. That's enjoyegan.com.
It's okay, Daddy's here. Rock-a-bye baby on the treetop. Josh Allen beat Daddy's team and really went off. When the game ends, Daddy's ranking will fall. And jerk-face Bill will win Fantasy League trophy and all.
Hon, have a Snickers.
Thanks.
And maybe take a break from the league chat.
You're distracted when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
They're getting ready, so you should too. Have KFAN as your #1 preset on the iHeart app and never miss a play.
Welcome back to Vikings Football Sunday. I'm Tatum Everett getting you ready for Vikings and Bears. I'm joined now by Pro Bowl outside linebacker Andrew Van Ginkel. This interview is brought to you by Wildfire. Andrew, how are you feeling physically heading into today's Bears game?
I'm excited. It's going to be a fun game. We got a big task in front of us, but we just got to go out there and show who we are and what we're all about and play complementary team football. And, I think we'll come out with a win.
How would you describe who you guys are right now?
Oh, that's a good question. As a defense, we're settling into who we are, kind of finding our footing, and we're continuing to grow. And Flores is continuing to put us in a position to make plays and be successful. So we just got to go out there and prove who we are and show the world.
How would you say this game, or how critical would you say this game is in order to stay undefeated in the division?
It's huge. This is why they bring guys in. Division games are a big part of, how they draft and how they evaluate free agents. And, obviously we got a tough division, and it starts with the Bears today. And we got to go out there and prove who we are and stay undefeated in the division.
It's been 10 weeks since you faced Caleb Williams. Week 1, crazy how much football's happened since then. But having seen the tape on them from your Week 1 performance to now, how has Williams' game changed?
It's changed a lot. He's not taking very many sacks. He's being smart with the football. He doesn't have very many turnovers. Ben Johnson is a great coach, and Caleb Williams is just elusive. He's able to escape the pocket. He's an escape artist, and he can make plays on the run. And so we got to try to contain him and try to keep him in the pocket as much as possible and limit his explosive plays.
Yeah, what is the key to being sure that he stays where he is and doesn't escape?
It's a team effort. We're going to have different guys, coming from different angles, and we're going to try to switch it up, different looks, and just keep him on his toes. And, it's going to take all of us D linemen. We got to be able to communicate together and make sure we're on the same page.
What is the on the same page going to look like today?
It just starts with communicating, being able to adjust off different looks, and just making sure there's no big scramble lanes or opportunities for him to run, that, he has green grass in front of him.
Now, outside linebackers coach Thad Bogardus says your superpower is in the pre-snap, and your teammates have obviously praised your football IQ and your ability to diagnose plays. How do you embrace that role today against Chicago?
I try to use it to my advantage. Try to, be one step ahead. I pride myself on having good instincts, and if you can set yourself up before, if you have the answers to the test, it makes things a lot easier. So, it starts with film study, but it also just having a knack for the game and different situations and what may arise. And then, it just helps you, speed everybody else up, getting them, making sure they're aligned right and what to expect and how to, play fast.
Okay, so I got to know, do you have the answers to the test today?
I don't have all the answers. But I'm going to use what I do have to my best ability.
Okay, well, Eric Wilson called you a walking TFL the other day. Did you hear that?
Yes, I did. I told him he was lying, though. That's who he is. He's playing great ball right now, and me and him have a good relationship, and I'm excited to watch him play.
Yeah, well, we're excited to watch you play today. Best of luck, and we'll see you out there, Andrew.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
All right. Today's interview was brought to you by Wildfire, located at Eden Prairie Center. Visit wildfirerestaurant.com. We're closing in on kickoff between the Vikings and Bears. Paul Allen with head coach Kevin O'Connell is next on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings Audio Network, driven by Polaris.
A winning team needs great players. At Trade Home Shoes, we have legendary players like Birkenstock, Brooks, New Balance, UGG, Adidas, and Nike. We also have top performers like Hoka, On, Olakai, UFOs, Ultra, and a rising star, Rival. Whether you're gearing up for game day or the daily hustle, score a winning pair for the whole family at Trade Home Shoes. Proud partner of the Minnesota Vikings. Trade Home Shoes. Enjoy life. Feet first.
Huddle up, Vikings Nation. Don't let that Skol chant fade. Let it echo through the hallways, the bars, the stadium, and the city. Because when the Vikings score 2 or more touchdowns, you'll get a free Big Mac with a purchase of $2 or more. Only in the McDonald's app. Offer valid once per person the day after the Vikings score 2+ touchdowns through 2/28/26 at participating McDonald's. Excludes tax. Must opt into rewards.
If you're in the market for a used vehicle, click on CarSwapUSA.com. We offer easy financing, complimentary oil change, and if you need it, we can deliver it. Speaking of CarSwapUSA.com, you can browse hundreds of vehicles from your home. If you're ready to buy a premium, hand-picked, late model, low mileage used vehicle, then check out your options at CarSwapUSA.com. We deliver whether you're buying or selling. Make CarSwap your first stop. CarSwap, a car for everyone.
Hey, friends with food allergies. Life is about to get way easier. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Look, let's not argue. You've got enough stress. Just remember this name. Liam's. Liam's. Lee to the ums. As in Liam's frozen entrees that are free of the top 9 allergens. What? Gluten-free, too. Delicious, nutritious, ready in minutes, safe meals for you, your kids, and even those adorable people who can eat whatever they want. Liam's rocks. To find which grocer's freezers are cool enough to stock Liam's, head to saferplate.com.
All right, team, huddle up. It's game time at Mystic Lake. Score season-long prizes with drawings, giveaways, and more action at the official casino of the Minnesota Vikings. Catch a $15 round-trip ride to U.S. Bank Stadium for a Minnesota Vikings home game with Mystic Lake Game Day Park and Ride. And raise a glass to victory with game day food and drink specials at Hop House, the Twin Cities' newest sports bar and live music destination. Check out the latest casino promotions at mysticlake.com. You don't want to miss out.
For the Vikings, growth is a team effort. Coaches maximize performance. Teammates push your limits. But in business, who's there to help you grow? Lumen, that's who. Like saving live broadcasts from lag time, helping deliver the in-stadium experience for fans with millions more around the globe, and bringing all the benefits of the cloud to your network. So it's as secure as a defensive line and as legendary as the fans that cheer them on. Welcome to the on-demand network that meets your demands. Learn more at lumen.com. Services not available everywhere.
This is FM 100.3. KFXN Minneapolis, St. Paul. The Fan.
Alrighty, it is a division collision between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears, and the Boom's right around the corner. Here is Kevin O'Connell, head coach of the Minnesota Vikings, taking on the Bears at U.S. Bank Stadium. Their quarterback, Caleb Williams, has 3 rushing touchdowns. Is that a product of a new coach and approach, or born of desperation?
No, I think it's just part of what Caleb brings to the game. I mean, some of the magician-like quarterback movement that he has. I know he scored on some called designed runs this year as well, or at least gotten chunks of yardage on him. I think he's got really high-level athleticism. He's always been hard to bring down, even when we've had free runners on him, and he's made some huge plays against us, over these last couple years. And I think we're just going to have a really disciplined plan to our rush, and make sure that even if you're the first guy there that gets him off the spot, we need more players showing up to help get him on the ground and keep him from that athleticism affecting the game snap in and snap out.
Defensively for the Vikings, big chance for Dallas Turner with Grenard out. What do you need to see?
Yeah, I just, he'll shift into that rush position that Jonathan Grenard plays, and quite honestly is probably where Dallas is most comfortable. And I can't wait to watch him play. I expect to see him physical, flying around the field all day long. He's just got to totally be present in the moment of each play, make sure he's doing his job, and then allowing that athleticism and physicality to come out and win his one-on-one matchup and go to work. We've been, really excited about Dallas's growth, and it doesn't always show up necessarily in the stat sheet, but what it does show up is daily here with the work he's put in. He gets to put it on display here today at US Bank Stadium.
And what's interesting with Dallas is he's 22 years of age, but the quarterback can be so polarizing. He's 22 years of age. People will talk about the youthful nature of one spot and just seem to forget that, this guy, he was drafted to be good, but he's going to mature physically, mentally from age 22, right?
Yeah, I've learned a lot from Kwesi about his philosophy on pass rushers as it is. He talks a lot about pass rushers taking time and developing. The game is different at this level. What the early down asks of setting edges and being physical are different at this level than maybe the spread game and the college game. But when it comes down to it, he's got all the tools to go be a very, very successful NFL player, and he's on his road to doing that and gets a big op to take a major step forward today.
The Chicago Bears are plus 14 in the take-give, number 1 in the NFL, and a bunch of takes, but their leading sacker has 5.5 sacks. How are they doing it?
Yeah, I think it's been, forcing quarterbacks into some bad decisions, and then catching the ones that the opposing teams have thrown to them, and they've got a veteran group in the secondary. They've dealt with some injuries at times, but linebackers have been responsible for a few of those interceptions. They're a good team at punching out the ball out. You can tell that it's a big-time emphasis from Dennis Allen. But, yeah, you can see, PA, the formula, and it has always mattered against this team over, I believe we're 7-1 against this team, and when you really look at the one game we lost the turnover battle 4-2 back in 2023. Breaking even is a massive thing. I'd love to win that turnover battle today. It feels like they've been close. It feels like we've been close a few times, taking the ball away. We've got to be really disciplined on offense, play a smart game, and defensively, when they come, they tend to come in waves, as we saw against Cincinnati. Hopefully we're in store for one of those days today.
And lastly, involving your offense, where does it help having tight end Josh Oliver back?
Yeah, just the physicality he brings on those early downs. Schematically on a chalkboard, you can think you have advantages in the run game, either offensively or defensively, but when you've got equalizers like Josh Oliver, he's a massive, massive lift to what we want to be running the football, and it allows TJ to be in a pretty comfortable spot as far as that F tight end and 12 personnel, or when we only have one tight end out there, we can be very versatile and keep TJ fresh for the better part of the game by allowing Josh Oliver to go in there and do what he does. And Josh is also a guy that can, as we've seen, impact the pass game as a big target moving really fast down the field.
That's awesome. You're all fired up. Go out there and win. Thank you very much.
Let's go, PA.
Kevin O'Connell, head coach of the Minnesota Vikings, and I'm Paul Allen, and boom, Vikings and Bears coming up shortly on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings audio network, provided and driven by Polaris.
NFL fans, when it's time to get Vikings tickets, you can tackle game day with total certainty with Ticketmaster. With 100% verified tickets available all season long, you can count on getting in with ease and spend time focusing on the good stuff. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, you can still score seats. Want to meet up inside the stadium with your crew? Transferring your tickets is an easy handoff. So, get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Vikings.
Vikings fans, FanDuel Sports Network is your home for exclusive coverage of your favorite local teams. And there are more ways to watch this season. Subscribe directly to FanDuel Sports Network to stream your hometown teams. Or watch through a TV provider. Visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com for details.
Vikings fans, looking to upgrade your wardrobe? This local brand based in St. Paul will become your new go-to. Unreal is the premium athleisure brand that combines comfort, versatility, and style, crafting elevated apparel that will take you from the office to the gym or the airport to the golf course. Wherever you go, they've got you covered. Shop now at Unreal.com and experience the difference yourself. That's UNRL.com, the best athleisure wear in the game.
This is Minnesota's sports station. FM 100.3, KFXN Minneapolis, St. Paul. The Fan. The sports leader.
Vikings football is on the air all across the Minnesota Vikings radio network. Vikings football is proudly presented by the following broadcast partners: Vizzy Hard Seltzer, your local Northland Ford dealers, Polaris, and by Mystic Lake Casino Hotel. Vikings football is also brought to you by the following: U.S. Bank, Jacob Leinenkugel's Brewing Company, 3M, and by Lumen.
Touchdown! To the 30, down the sidelines, knocked out of bounds. Touchdown!
Today, it's a showdown with Chi-Town. Now, let's go live to U.S. Bank Stadium, along with former Vikings Pete Bursich and Ben Lieber, here with the call of today's game, the voice of the Vikings, Paul Allen.
Welcome to U.S. Bank Stadium. It is a division collision between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. The Bears are into it at 6-3. Minnesota 4-5 off a loss in this building last week to the Baltimore Ravens. This will be the Vikings' final home game for a few weeks. They're at Lambeau next week, then at Sam Darnold and his Seattle Seahawks the week after that. Ben Lieber coming up shortly. Don't forget, McDonald's has teamed with the Vikings to bring you the tastiest season ever. Get a free Big Mac each time the Vikings score 2 touchdowns. $2 minimum purchase required. The next voice you'll hear will be that of Brad Rogers. He is the referee today in his 7th season as a referee, 9th overall as a National Football League official. Bears wearing their white jerseys, Vikings in color rush all purple. And here's Brad.
All right, gentlemen, this is the coin that we will use today. This is heads. This side is tails. What is your call? Tails. Tails is the call. It is heads. You win the toss. You'll receive. Which way would you like to kick? That way. I'll stay up. Let's go.
So Kevin O'Connell and the Vikings want the ball first to begin this division collision. We start with Ben Lieber talking about Justin Jefferson.
That's right, PA. He's my U.S. Bank player to watch because last week was his second worst catch percentage of his career at 33%. And then after the game, a lot of fans questioned his attitude, his effort on certain plays. He addressed his performances last week. He said he needs to get back to year 3 Jets, back to making big plays. He says it's all about an effort mentality, and he needs to bring that savage mode. So listen, guys, all eyes are going to be on Jets today, and let's hope this savage makes Jaquan Brisker and the rest of the secondary shed a tear.
Thanks, Ben. Ben Lieber will be on the sideline reporting and analyzing during the game. Pete Bursich, yours truly, Paul Allen, behind the Vikings bench at about the 30-yard line. On-site producer Chad Abbott, Mike Mussman next to him at Scoreboard Central. Jared Wells is the engineer, and David Koob is the spotter and statistician here at U.S. Bank Stadium. The broadcast is guided by Brandon Molesky, our master control supervisor. Cairo Santos, the veteran kicker for the Chicago Bears, set to boom it away to Miles Price. Miles Price, his last 3 games, has 16 kickoff returns at 28.5 yards per. In fact, he has 892 kickoff yards this year. That's second most in the National Football League. This is a big one as we go laying out the 17 from at Soldier Field all the way through Green Bay at the end. Minnesota at 4-5 faces a hot Bears team running the ball incredibly well, and this division collision should be fantastic. Very happy you opted to join us at FM 100.3 KFAN and the Vikings Audio Network. And boom! Bears Battle 129 is in the air, and it's time to sweep said division foe. Santos' kick rolls out of the end zone, a rare touchback to begin festivities, and the Minnesota Vikings won the toss and elected to take the ball. The Minnesota Moving Company left to right begins from its own 20-yard line with Christian Darrisaw, rookie Donovan Jackson, Blake Brandell, man in the middle. Next to him, Will Fries, then Brian O'Neill. Behind the line, J.J. McCarthy making his 5th start in week 1 In the fourth quarter alone, the kid caught fire. He went 7 of 10 for 2 touchdowns and a running touchdown to win it. McCarthy goes under center to begin the division collision. 1st and 10, the tailback's Aaron Jones. He gets the call to the right side, and he's attacked by Austin Booker, Jervon Dexter Sr., along with Tremaine Edmonds. It'll be a gain of 3, maybe 4 yards. Now, the Vikings rushing offense has been key this year to victories. In their 4 wins, they've run 27 times per. In their 5 losses, they've run just 18 times a game. As Jordan Addison heads out to the right, Justin Jefferson near side. He's opposite Nashawn Wright, a former Viking who had a pick 6 against McCarthy. 2nd down, McCarthy shotgun. It's a gun run. Jones bumps it out to the right. A spry Tremaine Edmonds wraps him up around the ankles for a gain of 1. Pete, it's 3rd down.
Tremaine Edmonds having quite the year. 4 interceptions and 1 sack. He's just been a stalwart player in the middle. He's accompanied by Noah Sewell, who's really had to fill in due to injury. It's a positive yard, about a half yard, but getting it to 3rd and 5 is a benefit for the Minnesota Vikings because this Bears defense loves the blitz. They love the zone blitz on 3rd and long, but in this case, they're playing base.
3rd down, McCarthy back to pass. Fastball left side, caught Thielen, 1st down at the 31-yard line. Adam caught it with his back to the Vikings bench, and it was a hard pass. It's a 6-yard gain, and Pete, you brought this up in the pregame show. It's against a Bears defense that only has forced 23 punts, fewest in the NFL.
Yeah, and they're giving up 6.3 yards per play, which is 30th in the league. So they have a hard time getting off the field. That's why I think this running game today is so important.
J.J. McCarthy goes under center, 1st and 10, first possession of the game. It's a toss left to Aaron Jones. He turns it up after a block from Josh Oliver, who's missed the last 2. That'll be a 2-yard gain for Aaron Jones, playing in his 17th game against the Chicago Bears. Week 1 at Soldier Field, he had a 27-yard receiving touchdown.
Yeah, Aaron Jones coming into this game averaging 5.2 yards per carry. That's 9th among all running backs in the NFL with 30 or more carries. He's a threat out of the backfield as a receiver and obviously as a runner. And again, I think it just dovetails nicely with what this offense needs to do today.
McCarthy shotgun. He's a LaGrange Park, Illinois native. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. It's going to be a screen to Hawkinson. Turns it up left side 35. Shakes a tackle at the 36. Then is gang tackled by a bunch of Bears at the 39. Catch and run of 7. Minnesota 1 of 1 on 3rd down. This will be 3rd and short.
And we're seeing what the script entails, Paul, and how McCarthy has been a 152 passer rating in the first 2 series of games. It's running the football, then it's a quick throw, it's getting the screens in, it's doing a bunch of different things. These are the plays that you practice all week. The huddle looks much more crisp in and out, and so far, as the Vikings go empty, it looks pretty good.
Aaron Jones motions to the backfield to the right of McCarthy. 2 receivers to the right and Jalen Naylor to the left. 3rd and short, handoff Jones. He had trouble taking the ball from McCarthy, but when he got it, he plunged ahead for a gain of 2, and that's going to be another Vikings 1st down. They've run 6 plays, and they've run 4 times and passed twice. 1st and 10 from the 41.
Now, they knew they had man-to-man on that play. They start the play out with Aaron Jones flexed all the way out wide. It was Noah Sewell that went out to cover him. So when you see the linebacker walk all the way to the outside of the defense, you know it's man-to-man. They decided to run.
McCarthy under center on 1st down against a Bears defense, giving up 27.5 points a game, 28th in the NFL. McCarthy, play action, straight drop. Deep one, left side, incomplete to Addison, who scorched Nashawn Wright. Bad pass by J.J. McCarthy. That should have been a big hit.
Absolutely right. It was a deep over route, and he got some space between he and Nashawn Wright, and that thing was just thrown a little bit short. So something to keep an eye on, Paul. That should have been a big completion right there. You know that's got to upset Kevin O'Connell.
Scheme it open. Addison gets open at about the 25 of the Bears. McCarthy misfires. So 2nd and 10 from the 41. The Vikings are heading to the east side of U.S. Bank Stadium. Speedy Naylor in motion to the right. Handoff Aaron Jones with a burst up the middle between the numbers and the hash marks to the 45. Hit at the 47. Stopped at the 48. 7-yard run by Aaron Jones. And here's Ben Lieber.
Yeah, guys, we talked about it pregame, and everybody's talked about all week is just run the football more. It doesn't matter if it's 1 to 2 yards per carry. It's going to open things up just like it did on that first down play-action pass in which McCarthy just left a little bit short, but the scheme was wide open. And here we are at 2nd and 10, and we are all thinking, oh, we're going to throw the ball now, and we just ran it for 7 yards. So I like this version of this KOC offense on this first drive.
Minnesota 2 of 2 on 3rd down. McCarthy shotgun, 5-man rush, pass left incomplete to Jefferson. And McCarthy was hit shortly after he threw it. Justin heads to the sideline knowing it should have been a first down. It was just another off-target, too hard J.J. McCarthy pass.
Yeah, it was thrown behind him in his back shoulder. So that's 2 inaccurate passes that we've seen already in this first series, and that doesn't bode well. I know he has some issues with the hand, not exactly sure what, but my guess is that it's showed up as we get
Jordan Mason.
Now we got Ben Urasek running on the field late, guys. This is not.
Come on, man.
Got to get the operation going here. Let's go.
Play clock down to 4. Ryan Wright takes it from Andrew DePaula, punting to one of the best in the game, Devin Duvernay. And he calls for a fair catch at the 9-yard line. It's a 43-yard punt for Wright and his 14th inside the 20-yard line. So the Vikings win the toss, opt to take the ball, get a couple of first downs, but a couple of McCarthy misfires leads to a punt. On the Northland Ford dealer scoreboard, 10:20 to go in the first quarter. No score from U.S. Bank Stadium. It's Minnesota Vikings football.
When a loved one's memory starts to fade, it's more than forgetting names or dates. It's watching pieces of their life quietly slip away. At the Wellshire Memory Care, it isn't just treatment, it's understanding. The team at Wellshire provides specialized support, dignity, and a safe environment where every moment matters. If your family is facing the challenges of Alzheimer's or dementia, the Wellshire is here to walk that journey with you, with compassion and with care. Visit the Wellshire today at WellshireMN.com, WellshireMN.com.
Mesh, Besher, and Spence. The lawyer you choose makes a difference.
Metro Transit and the Minnesota Vikings make game day stress-free. Join fellow fans and take Metro Transit to the game. North Star will service all games with Metro blue and green lines and multiple bus routes to carry you the final yard, straight to the gates of U.S. Bank Stadium. No need to worry about parking or downtown traffic. Make your round trip easy with the all-day pass. No standing in line for a ticket after the game. Find your game plan at metrotransit.org/Vikings.
She's Jan, the ultimate Vikings fan.
Okay, everybody, welcome to the Vikings Jan Show Fan Show. My special guest today is Jared Allen. So, Jared, who you got for the Vikings game this week?
Minnesota Vikings.
Me too. So, that's our show. We'd like to thank our sponsor, the Minnesota Lottery, who reminds you this could be your year. Play the new
Vikings
Scratch Game for a shot at $100,000, game tickets, and more. Minnesota Lottery. I'm in. Must be 18 or older to play.
Vikes fans, you know the drill. Game day isn't game day without the right lineup off the field. That's why I roll with Top 10 Liquors, the preferred liquor store of the Minnesota Vikings. Whether it's beer for the tailgate, bourbon for a celebratory pour, or even the latest seltzers, Top 10's got your game day covered. With 15 convenient Metro locations, there's always a Top 10 nearby. Stock up today and make sure your next watch party feels like a win. Top 10 Liquors, more than a liquor store.
Showdown between a couple of first-round draft picks, Caleb Williams versus J.J. McCarthy. Who will come out on top? Whoever it is, we'll talk about it noon to 3 tomorrow on The Fan.
Scoreless against the Bears at U.S. Bank Stadium. Caleb Williams' turn to show what he and his offense can do. Caleb the clutch of late. 58-yard touchdown to the rookie Loveland, and they walked off at Cincinnati, and he ran one in from 17 last game to beat the New York Giants. Here's a handoff left side for a yard, and that'll make it 2nd and 9 for the Bears from their own 11-yard line. The Chicago Bears are averaging 185 rushing yards per game their last 5 games. In fact, this season they run at 29 per game, 3rd best in the NFL, 147.5 overall. That's 2nd best in the NFL behind the Bills. Caleb Williams, 1st overall pick in the 2024 draft. He goes back to pass, encountered at the goal line. There's a flag, holding on the Bears coming. Caleb with Dallas Turner all over him, or is that Eric Wilson from behind? He throws it away. Holding on the Bears. Here's Brad Rogers.
Holding offense number 4. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is third down.
That's DeAndre Swift stepping up to try to hit Eric Wilson, and Billy just tackles him to the ground, so he drew the penalty. There was nowhere for Caleb Williams to throw the football down the field. And, Paul, we talked about this in the pregame. If the Bears just line up and just do straight drop back, guys are getting to Caleb Williams. It's just so hard to bring him to the ground. He's the most elusive quarterback in the league right now.
Yeah, I'll put it this way. He's the toughest quarterback to bring down since Ben Roethlisberger played. Williams back to pass. He's going to go deep to Roma. Dunze incomplete. Covered by Isaiah Rodgers, and the Chicago Bears have gone 3 and out.
Yeah, how about that for a Bears offense? You're backed up, you're 3rd and 10, and then you get
111 NFL punts. Blocking. Yeah.
Oh,
terrible punt by Taylor off the right side of his foot. Good bounce for the Bears at the 50, out to the 40, out to the 35. Torrey Taylor living good on this Sunday. 54-yard punt. And on the Northland Ford dealer scoreboard, pretty good field position for the Vikings in a scoreless first quarter. On the KFAM Minnesota Vikings audio network, driven by Paul Laris.
Every team needs a top pick, and every home does too. That's why pros and homeowners choose Anderson, the #1 trusted window and door brand. Built to last through every season, Anderson makes it easy with windows and doors that perform as great as they look. So whether it's scoring style points or tackling tough weather, you can trust your home to Anderson, the official window and door partner of the Minnesota Vikings. 2024 Anderson brand surveys of U.S. contractors, builders, architects, and homeowners. For warranty info, visit AndersonWindows.com.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go feel like a breeze in the new Ford Explorer. Make tough tasks look easy with the powerful performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. Or take your adventures in the great outdoors to a whole new level with our built wild family of Ford Broncos. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting for you at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait, get behind the wheel of a new Ford today. Based on calendar year total sales.
What's the difference between banks and a credit union like Wings? One word: ownership. Banks are owned by shareholders, so profits go to shareholders. At Wings, you own it, literally. So profits are reinvested in your financial experience in the form of member-exclusive rates, robust digital services, and locations throughout Minnesota. No one likes switching, but it's time to stop missing out on the benefits of financial ownership. Visit wingcu.com/own-it. Insured by NCUA. Membership required.
Eagan, Minnesota is the proud home of the Minnesota Vikings, and it's also the ultimate destination for fantastic fun. Eagan features over 100 unique restaurants and amazing attractions, such as Twin Cities Premium Outlets and the Vikings Museum. And when you stay in any of Eagan's 19 incredible hotels Thursday through Sunday and pick your package, you'll receive 2 free tickets to the Vikings Museum. Other great offers are also available. For complete details, visit enjoyegan.com. That's enjoyegan.com.
Hey, it's Chris Hockey, the Power Trip Morning Show. Yeah, they call Chicago the Windy City. Big deal. I can get Wendy's anywhere. We'll break down this game tomorrow morning, 5:30 tonight with Ben Lieber, Mike Mussman, and a cast of thousands right here on The Fan.
Hey, buy any Pothole Pizza or 20-ounce Pepsi or Mountain Dew with Quick Trip Rewards, and you have a chance to score big. One weekly winner can win a $500 gift card if the Vikings score a touchdown of more than 50 yards today. Another fan wins $5,000. QuickTrip.com/sweepstakes for details. Football fans meet Pays, a convenient new online checkout offered by bank and credit unions. Learn more at Pays.com. So the Vikings get a couple of first downs, then have to punt. The Bears go 3 and out. We're scoreless at U.S. Bank Stadium, and J.J. McCarthy gives it to Jordan Mason, who lowers his helmet and plunges up the middle across the 40 to the 42 for a run of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3, Jordan Mason.
Yeah, what a great job just keeping his shoulders square and getting north and south. Now the Bears have brought in, and they're starting Dominique Robinson at the right defensive end position. That's where Austin Booker was all last week, and I think that to get a bigger body, I think they're expecting the run game, so you bring in more of a big body defensive end in Robinson.
2nd and 3, straight eye behind McCarthy. Ham in front of Mason. They play action off of it. McCarthy rolls out to the right, sidearms it to Josh Oliver, and that lost 4 yards. That is a 4-yard loss, maybe 3 yards. 8.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. And now it becomes 3rd and right around 6. Holy cow.
Yeah, and that's an awareness thing with JJ. I mean, you walk up to the line, you see Tremaine Edmonds all the way outside. You know it's a blitz. And so when you go to get the play fake and you turn around, if you see somebody right in your face, then get rid of the football. Get it out there quicker and let Josh Oliver turn up instead of having to wait for it.
C.J. Ham motions to the backfield to the left of J.J. McCarthy out of the shotgun. 2 receivers left and right. The Bears rush 4. J.J. straight drop. He's going to throw over the middle. Dropped by Jordan Addison at the 30-yard line. Jordan coming left to right had it go off his fingertips. It would have been a big hit. The Vikings are leaving some chunk plays on the table in the first quarter. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite them.
And Paul, ironically, he had TJ Hawkinson on the other seam, other hash mark, running vertically uncovered. And that's twice now that Jordan Addison has been wide open. The first one was just a bad throw. That one he should have come down with.
Ryan Wright with 14 punts inside the 20 this year against 0 touchbacks. He'll let this one fly to the east side of U.S. Bank Stadium. Incredibly high. Duvernay's going to let it sail over his head and into the end zone for Ryan's first touchback this season. Middle of the first quarter, Bears ball scoreless from U.S. Bank Stadium. It's Vikings football.
Minnesota deserves a go-to destination for all things high school sports in our state. All the scores, the stories, the stats, live streams, social feeds, photos, personalized team pages, breaking news. One place for everything you're looking for. That's why the Minnesota Star Tribune is launching Strip Varsity. You'll find Minnesota Star Tribune journalism, Minnesota Prep Hub stats and schedules, streams, stories, and more. Strip Varsity is Minnesota's new home for complete high school sports coverage. Sign up today at startribune.com/stripvarsity.
Officer, could I get your perspective as a man of the law?
You know I'm a mall cop, right?
You see this Hyundai Santa Fe? I only paid for it.
Whoa.
Right? I'm not in trouble, am I?
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on the Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid models. Visit your Twin Cities Hyundai dealer, proud partner of the Minnesota Vikings. Offer ends December 1st. Call 480-500-7931 for details.
Hey, friends with food allergies. Life is about to get way easier. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Look, let's not argue. You've got enough stress. Just remember this name. Liam's. Liam's. Lee to the ums. As in Liam's frozen entrees that are free of the top 9 allergens. What? Gluten-free too. Delicious, nutritious, ready in minutes, safe meals for you, your kids, and even those adorable people who can eat whatever they want. Liam's rocks. To find which grocer's freezers are cool enough to stock Liam's, head to saferplate.com.
Vikings fans, meet the MVP of flavor, the Humble Goat. Our cranberry cinnamon goat cheese earned 2nd place in the World Champion Cheese Contest, and our plain goat cheese just scored 2nd at the American Cheese Society Awards. Smooth, creamy, healthy, and perfect for game day and every day. Find the Humble Goat cheese at your local store, and don't forget, Humble Goat protein powder is fueling fans everywhere. Available now on Amazon. World class and Minnesota proud.
Minnesota Wild Vegas Golden Knights today at 5 on the audio home for Wild Hockey. FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
Scoreboard Central.
Brought to you by U.S. Bank, the official bank of the Minnesota Vikings. It's Giants on the board. First Singletary 5-yard touchdown run, 7-0. Giants have the lead over the Packers. Rodgers hits Gainwell, and then Flacco hits T. Higgins. It should be tied up, but the Steelers have 7. Bengals have 6. Missed PAT. Now back to PA.
Mike Mussman, Scoreboard Central. Caleb Williams, quarterback, Chicago Bears, scoreless first quarter. Williams goes under center, offset eye right behind him. Kyle Monangai, 7th-round rookie from Rutgers, is the tailback, and he heads up the middle. Levi Drake Rodriguez, the first to get to him. It'll be a gain of 3, making it 2nd and 7.
And the offensive line of the Bears, Paul, they're playing better, and they love to run to Darnell Wright's side. Darnell Wright is kind of like Penei Sewell in this regard. If he gets his hands on you, he's going to move you, but he has a tendency to want to swing and miss. But Jonah Jackson's playing at a very high level. Drew Dahlman, Joe Tooney, that investment they made in the middle of that offensive line is paying off.
2nd and 6. Caleb Williams goes under the center, who is Drew Dahlman. Manungai, the tailback. Luther Burden in motion, and he'll get the pass to the right, and it's blown up by Dallas Turner at the 21-yard line. Loss of 3. It'll be 3rd and 9. Here's Ben.
Yeah, guys, you go back to the very first game, and we did not blitz Caleb Williams much in the first half, but it's a different story this game. We've already seen a number of run blitzes to try to stop this run. We've seen a couple of blitzes in the passing situations as well. Another thing to note is you're seeing a lot more Ivan Pace now. Now that we have the injury to JG, you're seeing Eric Wilson line up on the outside as an edge rusher like we've seen in the past.
Bears 0 of 1 on 3rd down. Caleb Williams with a deep drop and a deep pass, and he overthrew DJ Moore. Incomplete. The Bears go 3 and out again. It's kind of like each second-year quarterback feeling out the respective defenses they're facing are like, okay, who can make the most mistakes early and then turn it on late? Because Caleb had more for a long touchdown.
Well, they hurried up and they snapped the ball quickly. It was man-to-man by the Vikings, and we actually turned DJ Moore loose. And Caleb Williams saw that, just threw it a little bit too early and a little bit too far down the field. But that's 2 deep shots now by Caleb Williams already.
Williams 0 of 2, McCarthy 3 of 6, 10 yards, and he's missed at least 2 guys wide open for big hits. Taylor's punt. Retrievable and returnable, and here comes Miles Price to the right side to the 30, 35, and then a host of Bears bring him down at the 40-yard line. 6:23 to go in the first quarter. We're scoreless. The Vikings have good field position again. Back shortly on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings Audio Network, driven by Polaris.
Why do we gather for the holidays? We gather because, in the blur of life, we often take our blessings for granted, distracted by the noise and our own interests. We gather to slow down and reflect on what truly matters, our loved ones, and cherishing the simple moments of joy. We gather to choose gratitude. Have a blessed gathering this Thanksgiving from all of us at Shields.
Hey, Vikings fans, are you ready to grow your own Super Bowl team? GPAC has 34 years in the recruiting game, and we're here to help you source top talent across multiple industries nationwide. Don't wait on the sidelines. Visit GoGPAC.com today. That's GOGPAC.com. GPAC, your friends in South Dakota and proud supporters of the Minnesota Vikings. Skol Vikings, and go GPAC.
Quick Trip and your Minnesota Vikings are teaming up to put you in the ride of your dreams. Picture this. You behind the wheel of a brand new 2025 Ford Bronco Big Bend. Nice picture. Make it happen. Stop by your local Quick Trip, and for every $1 you spend using Quick Rewards, you'll earn a point to spend in the Vikings Fan Zone. Buy special qualifying products and earn bonus Fan Zone points. Kick off your winning season the right way with Quick Trip and your Minnesota Vikings. Details at quicktrip.com/fanzone.
All right, team, huddle up. It's game time at Mystic Lake. Score season-long prizes with drawings, giveaways, and more action at the official casino of the Minnesota Vikings. Catch a $15 round-trip ride to U.S. Bank Stadium for a Minnesota Vikings home game with Mystic Lake Game Day Park and Ride. And raise a glass to victory with game day food and drink specials at Hop House, the Twin Cities' newest sports bar and live music destination. Check out the latest casino promotions at mysticlake.com. You don't want to miss out.
The Wild, Gophers, Wolves, and Lynx are also heard here on the audio home of the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota sports station is KFAN. Now back to Vikings football.
Scoreless first quarter. Vikings and Bears play like a Viking at Mystic Lake, your game day headquarters. Win prizes all season. Learn more at mysticlake.com. This is the Vikings' third offensive possession. The first possession began at the 20, got a couple of first downs. The next one at the 36. Ryan Wright punted for his first touchback this year. Now they begin at the 40. McCarthy's under center. We're scoreless. Handoff, Aaron Jones, room up the middle. Then he's smacked at the 43. Falls ahead to the 45. 5-yard run for the man they call Showtime.
And Paul, the Bears, even with the Vikings having 2 tight ends in the game, the Bears are choosing to play nickel. That means C.J. Gardner-Johnson and or Jaquan Brisker, the safety, are in the box. I just think there's so much in the way of opportunity in the running game just by personnel alone.
And that C.J. Gardner-Johnson, he's only been with the Bears for a month and change, 3 games, and he has 2 sacks. Jordan Addison in motion to the right. McCarthy with a fastball right, caught by Jefferson, and he'll drag a Bear to the 50, make it the 49 of Chicago. 6-yard catch and run by Justin Jefferson, first down.
And that's a little bit of a wrinkle to this offense, Paul, that we hadn't seen, I don't think, before J.J. McCarthy, and that's the ability for him. It's a run-pass option. Not like he's going to take the thing himself, but if he sees one-on-ones and the matchup he wants on the edge, he's just going to rise up and throw that thing quickly, and he's very good at doing it.
J.J. McCarthy goes under center. Addison left, Jefferson right. C.J. Hammond motion to the left of McCarthy, play action. J.J. straight drop, throws over the middle, caught Jefferson at the 35 between the hash marks, and he drags Bears to the 32-yard line. It'll be an 18-yard catch for Justin Jefferson. He's caught the last 2 passes from the kid, and it's a first down for the Vikings.
Yeah, now J.J. can take a breath, right? I mean, hitting a throw like that across the middle, hard throw, accurate. The Bears shifted down to a 5-man front, so they were blitzing, and that's Dennis Allen. Now, and Dennis Allen's not getting to the quarterback. He gets upset, and he'll blitz 4 or 5 times in a row, so keep an eye out.
First down for Minnesota, scoreless first quarter. Addison in motion to the left, back to the right. Addison in motion to the left on first down. Handoff. Jones eludes a tackle at the 25. Sprints left to the 20. Lowers the helmet at the 18. Stopped at the 17. Aaron Jones. A 14-yard run and another Minnesota Vikings first down.
Now that run gets Aaron Jones to about 5 yards a carry. And it's the machine. We talked about who they have in the box, who the Bears are choosing to put on the field. We've talked about only 23 forced punts throughout the year. They're having trouble getting off the field. I love that even though McCarthy struggled on some throws, Paul, they're giving him a chance, but we're running the football.
Hawkinson in motion to the left. First down, McCarthy under center. Right back to Aaron Jones. Stutter step in the backfield, hit by Austin Booker. Finished off by Penei Sewell's younger brother, Noah Sewell. Filling in for T.J. Edwards. It's a run of 1, 2nd and 9.
And I think Aaron Jones might have missed the read on that play as it's a counter. They were pulling a tight end, everybody kicking out, blocking down, and he tried to take that thing north and south. If he just gives it a little time, bounces it outside where you have some more of the down blocks and out blocks, it might have been a positive yardage play.
The Vikings have 5 first downs in the first quarter compared to 0 for Chicago. We're scoreless. Minnesota threatening. 2nd and 9 from the Bears 16. McCarthy shotgun. Puts Jefferson in motion to the left. He's looking that way. Straight drop. Protected nicely. Throws over the middle, and it's caught by Aaron Jones. Between the numbers and the hash marks left side, it's a shorty. It's a gain of 3, making it 3rd and 6. But a bit of serendipity, despite the fact the Vikings haven't scored, is they're chewing the clock against a team that's pretty good with the time of possession.
Yeah, they tried to go deep to JJ on the outside. He ran an out and then an up, and Deshaun Wright gave it plenty of cushion. So had they stuck with just the out, that would have been a first down opportunity.
3rd and 6 from the Bears 13. Minnesota 2 of 4 on 3rd down. 2 receivers left and right. Jones to the left of McCarthy, who takes the snap. 4-man rush. Fade left. Aaron Jones tried to make a one-handed catch with his left hand, and he couldn't. So now it's 4th down, and in walks Will Reichert to hopefully boot the Vikings to the lead.
Well, they knew they were going to get man-to-man. They had 2 receivers outside. I think it was Jalen Naylor. They both ran to the middle of the field, and that was to get Aaron Jones one-on-one with Noah Sewell on the wheel route, and the ball was just delivered a little bit too far. But trying to hit Aaron Jones out of the backfield on 3rd down.
31-yard try, left hash for Will Reichert. Snap spot. Will's kick is up, and Will's kick is good, and the Vikings have taken a 3-0 lead. That field goal also means another donation to Field Goals for Charity, courtesy of Innovative and Post-it Brands, programs benefiting NMDP, a leader in cell therapy. Visit nmdp.org/Vikings to make a difference. 2:10 to go in the first quarter. 3-0 Vikings on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings audio network, driven by Paul Laris. It's time to score a touchdown with the best deck you'll ever have, and it's courtesy of TimberTech and TimberTech.com. TimberTech is #1 in premium decking. There are myriad reasons why. One is they're the leaders in design. So let them ship you free samples at no charge. Choose up to 4 decking samples to see which realistic wood styles are best for you. Start at TimberTech.com. Behold, it's TimberTech.com.
You're listening to Vikings football.
Huddle up, Vikings Nation. Don't let that Skol chant fade. Let it echo through the hallways, the bars, the stadium, and the city. Because when the Vikings score 2 or more touchdowns, you'll get a free Big Mac with a purchase of $2 or more. Only in the McDonald's app. Offer valid once per person the day after the Vikings score 2+ touchdowns through 2/28/26 at participating McDonald's. Excludes tax. Must opt into rewards.
She's Jan, the ultimate Vikings fan.
Okay, everybody, welcome to the Vikings Jan Show fan show. My special guest today is Jared Allen. So, Jared, who you got for the Vikings game this week?
Minnesota Vikings.
Me too. So that's our show. We'd like to thank our sponsor, the Minnesota Lottery, who reminds you this could be your year. Play the new
Vikings
Scratch Game for a shot at $100,000, game tickets, and more. Minnesota Lottery. I'm in. Must be 18 or older to play.
Vikings faithful, listen up. Your game day checklist is more than wearing purple and gold. It's about victory from the first play to the final whistle. During tense, close calls, Dove shampoo, body wash, and deodorant keep you fresh and dry from head to toe. And what's a true Vikings tailgate without the secret weapon to sliders and sides, Hellman's Real Mayo. Then when post-game dishes pile up like a defensive line, 7th generation detergent is the powerhouse that blitzes through the grease and grime. Stock up on Dove, Hellman's, and 7th generation. And Skol Vikings.
Touchdown! Gophers Northwestern, Saturday, on the audio home for Gophers football, FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
Alrighty, the Minnesota Vikings, late in the first quarter, go 8 plays, 47 yards, took 4 minutes, 13 seconds. Will Reichert is now 19 of 21 this year on field goals, and he kicks the Minnesota Vikings to a 3-0 lead over the 6-3 Chicago Bears. Reichert set to kick it to the east side of U.S. Bank Stadium. Make that the west side of U.S. Bank Stadium, and it's a high floater. Roshan Johnson, backup running back from his own 5 to the 10, 15, 20, and he's taken down by Austin Keys after a 22-yard return. So the Chicago Bears have their best field position so far. They've had the ball twice. They've amassed 1 yard. They have not converted a third down. They don't have a first down, but still plenty of time. Caleb Williams, 1 of 4, minus 3 yards.
Yeah, you have to admit the game plans offensively and defensively for the Vikings have been dead on. We just haven't executed everything on offense, and defensively they're doing a great job.
1st and 10, Chicago from its own 25. Rome Odunze with 6 touchdowns this year, leading the Bears in motion to the right. Snap. The ball dropped, and now it's kicked by a player, and we have a Bear looking to dive on it at the 8-yard line. Byron Murphy had a crack at it, likewise for Blake Cashman, but it was recovered by Rome Odunze. That's the good news for Bears fans. The bad news, it was a 15-yard loss. 2nd and 25 for Chicago.
Wow, how do you fumble an exchange between Caleb Williams and DeAndre Swift? I think DeAndre Swift saw Jay Ward blitzing off the edge and just kind of altered his step a little bit, and that caused the ball to hit the ground. So the aggressiveness of the Vikings defense is paying off.
Jay Ward playing safety like Harrison Smith in his 200th regular season game. Williams back to pass, throws over the middle. Nice pass, caught Roma Dunze at the 34-yard line. A member of the Bears is down writhing in pain. That's their left tackle, Theo Benedette. First full year from British Columbia, making his 7th start. That was a 24-yard hit on 2nd and 25.
Yeah, that's something that you can't give up. Now, you still have an opportunity now to hold them. But just when you have a Roma Dunze work in the middle of the field, you got to have a safety next to him. Harrison Smith came down, but he was just a little bit too late. So they got to anticipate that a little bit better. Now, Theo Benedette's kind of a surprise, Paul.
Yeah, big time.
We expected Ozzie Trapillo to step in once they had the injury at left tackle. But Benedette ended up winning that job as he gets up and he's jogging off the field, so he might be okay.
Yeah, their preferred left tackle, Braxton Jones, is hurt, like the analyst just referenced.
Yeah, he's been out since earlier this season, I believe, shortly after our football game.
But see, with them, Ozzie Trapillo, the rookie, he's a right tackle by trade. So they'll use him at left, but they also lose Ben Johnson's Bears version of Dan Skipper. He's their unbalanced extra offensive lineman guy, so it changes things up.
Yeah, we haven't seen that yet today, but that does eliminate a section of your play call sheet.
So now it's 3rd and 1 for the Chicago Bears after the 24-yard pass. Chicago 0 of 2 on 3rd down. Indeed, it is Ozzie Trapillo playing left tackle, replacing Benedette. Trapillo, a second-round rookie from Boston College. He'll be to the inside of football immortality, Joe Tooney. Seriously, 10th year from North Carolina State. 10 years, he's only missed 2 games. 3rd and 1, about a minute to go in the first quarter, 3-0 Minnesota. 3 tight ends, they're all off to the right. 3rd and 1, they run behind it. DeAndre Swift is smacked by Blake Cashman, but Swift fell ahead for a 2-yard gain, maybe 3. Blake Cashman, very spry on that play. They ran right behind those 3 tight ends. They got their first down of the game.
Yeah, for Cashman, he came downhill, but it looked like he slowed down for just a fraction of a second. And had he not, if he just shot the gun, I think that would have ended up being a tackle for a loss.
First down for Chicago, 24 seconds and counting to go in the first quarter. First down from their own 36. Williams back under center. Puts tight end Colston Loveland in motion to the right. Tailback DeAndre Swift. Play action. Eric Wilson pushing a bear back. Williams twirls out to the left. Overthrows DeAndre Swift. Incomplete. Swift was open. 8 seconds to go in the first quarter. It now is 2nd and 10. And I referenced their left guard, Joe Tooney. 10th year North Carolina State. This guy's unbelievable. I mean, he's missed 2 games all of his career with New England, Kansas City, and Chicago. He's a 4-time All-Pro. How about this? He's only had 2 penalties called against him the last 2 years.
That's amazing. And we all remember him from the Super Bowl at Kansas City and him having to play tackle.
Right.
And so he's a very versatile player as well. The Vikings playing a lot more man-to-man defense today, Paul.
Handoff DeAndre Swift. He has some room to the left side. Plows his way to the 40, eventually the 42. It'll be a run of 6. So when we return, 3rd and 4 for Chicago. Minnesota leads 3-0 into the second quarter. From U.S. Bank Stadium, this is Minnesota Vikings football.
Paul Sutton Bourbon is a namesake bourbon made by our family for 7 generations. Grain to glass, never sourced. Paul Sutton Bourbon, passed down to be passed around.
This is how your feet feel in a pair of bad-fitting shoes. And this is how your feet feel in a pair of great-fitting shoes from Trade Home Shoes. Trade Home Shoes, proud partner of the Minnesota Vikings, has been delivering premium footwear for over 100 years. We are Minnesota-based, employee-owned, and here to help your whole family find shoes that fit. Trade Home Shoes. Enjoy life. Feet first.
Hey Vikings fans, I'm Taylor of the Minnesota Vikings cheerleaders, and here's our best kept secret, Pure Luxe Med Spa. Laser hair removal at Pure Lux is a game changer. Voted best med spa and laser hair removal by the Star Tribune, they keep us game day ready with Botox, filler, and our favorite, the Diamond Glow Facial. Visit mypurelux.com/skull to book your appointment today. Pure Lux Med Spa, the preferred med spa of the Minnesota Vikings cheerleaders.
Paul Sutton Bourbon is a namesake bourbon made by our family for 7 generations. Grain to glass, never sourced. Paul Sutton Bourbon, passed down to be passed around.
Martin Marietta, an American-based company, is a leading producer of heavy building materials and the top supplier of aggregates and asphalt to the Twin Cities. Guided by values like safety, integrity, and stewardship, Martin Marietta strives to provide the materials on which our communities grow. Visit martinmarietta.com to learn more. Interested in a career with a rock-solid team offering competitive pay and benefits? Visit careersthatcrush.com to apply today. Skol Vikings!
Now back to Vikings football. Vikings Bears on the Fan.
Into the second quarter we go with the Vikings leading 3-0. Polaris, the American power sports company, is proud to salute and honor veterans and service members. We thank you for your service. Theo Benedette, the left tackle for the Chicago Bears, has returned to the contest. Chicago 1 of 3 on third down. 3-0 Minnesota, 3rd and 3 from the Bears 43. Cole Kmet in motion to the right. Caleb Williams, plenty of time on the play clock, analyzes Brian Flores' defense, points at Blake Cashman. Now he goes back to pass, throws left, ball bounces off the helmet of rookie Luther Burden, incomplete. And these 6-3 Chicago Bears are punting again.
Yeah, Fabian Moreau doing a great job of coverage. And Paul, you mentioned the drop. These Bear receivers dropped 6 passes, 8 passes, something like that a week ago. So they've had a bad case of the dropsies, and that one shows up right there. Would have been a first down for the Bears.
Tory Taylor, Melbourne, Australia native, punted collegiately at Iowa. Takes the snap from snapper Scott Daly, end over end punt. Miles Price calls for a fair catch. Oh, he was interfered with. Throw the flags. Plenty of flags there at the 12-yard line after the 45-yard punt. So the Bears will incur another infraction. Minnesota yet to be penalized. We're just underway in the second quarter. Vikings won the toss, elected to take the ball, so the Bears get the ball to begin the second half. Brad Rogers, here he is.
Fair catch interference, kicking team number 39.
Cool.
15-yard penalty, first down.
Here comes Ben Lieber from the sideline.
Yeah, thanks a lot. A couple things to know here as the offense takes control of the football again. We're running at 4.6 yards per carry. We all love that. The pass pro's been elite. McCarthy's had a lot of time to sit in the pocket and assess throwing the ball down the field. We talked about those 3rd and 8s, how good this Bears defense is. Number 1 pass defense in the league facing offenses 3rd and 8 plus. We've had 5 opportunities on third downs. No 3rd and 8 plus. Doing a good job on 1st and 2nd down to not get there. Also, time of possession, you guys. I mean, talk about time of possession, 10-22 for our team, and only 4 minutes and 50 seconds for this Bears team as well.
And thanks, Ben. And in the pregame, Pete and I talked about the Vikings rushing offense. In Minnesota's 4 wins, they've run 27 times a game. In the 5 losses, just 18. McCarthy takes the snap. He'll wheel it out to the right, and it's caught at about the 23-yard line. And making the grab for a yard is Aaron Jones, who departs. It'll be second down.
Aaron Jones checking out of the game. They had a little bit of a it's a planned block on the outside by Josh Oliver, Paul, and getting Josh Oliver back is yet another reason why the running game for the Vikings should be resurgent. We need it for sure.
Jonathan James McCarthy, J.J. McCarthy, 22 years of age, goes out of the shotgun with a 3-0 lead. Handoff Jordan Mason to the right side, looking for a block from Brian O'Neill. He kind of got one. Then he's blasted by their leading tackler, Kevin Byard III. It's a gain of 5 for Jordan Mason. So 14 minutes to go in the first half. 3rd and 4 from the Vikings 33 for the purple team.
Man, what a great job by Will Fries to take Jervon Dexter and just pancake him on that play. as they worked to the outside. So that block alone was able to net 3, 4, 5 yards on that run. So great blocking up front by Fries.
Minnesota 2 of 5 on third down, 3rd and 4 from its own 33. McCarthy shotgun Aaron Jones by his side. Jefferson with a couple of catches to the right, 2 receivers left. Snap, 4-man rush, straight drop, pass, bobbled, incomplete. Aaron Jones at the 35 could have caught it, but it would have been a Herculean effort to thrust his way to a first down. So the Ryan Wright punting clinic continues.
Yeah, Aaron Jones obviously frustrated with that one. And, it's, again, the quarterback getting into a rhythm. There might have been a little bit more juice on that throw than Aaron Jones was ready to get. Their Bears, again, playing man-to-man. So a lot more man-to-man defense on both sides of the football today.
Devin Duvernay with 2 kick return touchdowns during his career, but no punt return touchdowns. Ryan Wright with a touchback and 1 inside the 20 today. High punt to the east side of U.S. Bank Stadium. Duvernay runs up, brings it in at the 27, 42-yard punt by Ryan Wright, and we pause. On the Northland Ford Dealer Scoreboard, 3-0 Minnesota early in the second quarter. This is Minnesota Vikings football. It's time to score a touchdown with the best deck you'll ever have, and it's courtesy of TimberTech and TimberTech.com. TimberTech is #1 in premium decking. There are myriad reasons why. One is they're the leaders in design. So let them ship you free samples at no charge. Choose up to 4 decking samples to see which realistic wood styles are best for you. Start at TimberTech.com. Behold, it's TimberTech.com.
With its smart, sustainable water solutions, Pentair helps the world move, improve, and enjoy water, life's most essential resource. From great-tasting water for homes and businesses to energy-efficient pumping solutions and everywhere in between, Pentair is focused on driving innovation that helps people and the planet thrive. Visit Pentair.com to learn how. Pentair, the official sustainable water partner of the Minnesota Vikings.
Celebrate the magic of the season at Winter Solstice at Viking Lakes. Beginning November 21st, Winter Solstice is your destination for holiday fun and winter adventure. Experience the enchanting magic of lights, drive-through experience, gaze upon the 36-foot holiday tree, skate the plaza, cozy up at the warming house, powered by Xfinity, and save the date for the Viking Lakes Ice Festival, returning January 16th. Learn more at wintersolstice.com. That's winter, SKOLSTICE.com.
Hey, friends with food allergies. Life is about to get way easier. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Look, let's not argue. You've got enough stress. Just remember this name. Liam's. Liam's. Lee to the ums. As in Liam's frozen entrees that are free of the top 9 allergens. What? Gluten-free, too. Delicious, nutritious, ready in minutes, safe meals for you, your kids, and even those adorable people who can eat whatever they want. Liam's rocks. To find which grocer's freezers are cool enough to stock Liam's, head to saferplate.com.
Have KFAN as your #1 preset on the iHeart app.
Now back to Vikings Bears on the Fan.
Alrighty, stream your Vikings coverage, shows, and insight on your television. It's Fox Local, a free streaming app. Search Fox Local on your streaming device. Install and stay connected to your Vikings and local news with Fox Local. Also, Unreal is back with its limited edition Vikings drop. Head to unrl.com for more details. Ben Lieber on the sideline, Pete Bursich, Paul Allen behind the Vikings bench at about the 30-yard line, watching a 3-0 Vikings lead with 13:20 to go in the first half. Caleb Williams, he shakes a Jay Ward blitz, runs out to the right, pumps at the 25, runs out of bounds away from Ivan Pace at the 32-yard line. It'll be a run of 6 yards, making it 2nd and 4. 2 things, Mr. Analyst. Ward had dead aim at Caleb Williams. Secondly, I'll just stamp it again. I think he's the toughest guy to get down since Ben Roethlisberger.
Oh, no question. And I think maybe getting sacked 68 times last year. He's only been sacked 14 times this year. It's 4th least in the league.
Yeah.
And so if you're going to get in there is one thing, bringing that guy to the ground is something completely different.
Jay Ward had dead aim at him. Second down, Cole Kmet in motion to the right. Williams to DeAndre Swift with some room up the middle. Bumps it out to the left. First down run, 39-40, and he's taken down at the 41. It's a 9-yard run by DeAndre Swift.
That's just a long zone cutback, and they're just trying to get Dallas Turner to get a little too far up the field, and you're giving DeAndre Swift that big cutback. The Bears have all the different runs now. I mean, they've expanded their envelope, their library of what kind of runs, and they're kind of settling into this. So it's interesting to see if they're going to keep running this football.
First down, Chicago from its own 41. Luther Burden III in motion to the right. Play action from under center. Caleb, pass right, caught Luther Burden, and he stopped. He stopped himself, falling down, then touchdown at the Vikings 45. But still, a 14-yard reception for Luther Burden III, a second-round rookie from Missouri.
Yeah, great job by Burden, just reading the coverage and settling in. And Paul, you watch Caleb Williams on the hoof. He has some arm strength. I mean, that ball had some juice on it. The Bears now crossing midfield to the Vikings 45-yard line.
First down. Extra offensive lineman in, Trapillo to the left of Benedek, so they have an extra offensive lineman. They go unbalanced. Burden in motion to the left. They're going to run behind it, actually to the other side, and it's Swift getting past the line of scrimmage, taken down from behind by Levi Drake Rodriguez. Still a gain of 6. Second and 4.
Yeah, easy 6 yards. That's just a straight downhill run, and they bring in Trapillo, and they've either boot or run away from him. So they're trying to seal on the backside, and they're just spreading out our defensive linemen. So guys like Levi Drake Rodriguez and Javon Hargrave, they got to be playing much more horizontal.
Early in the second quarter, 3-0 Minnesota. Caleb Williams in Vikings territory, 2nd and 4 from the 39. 3 receiving options right, DJ Moore left. They're going to toss right to DeAndre Swift, and he runs into a host of Vikings led by Javon Hargrave. Blake Cashman in the mix, gain of 1. That'll make it 3rd and 3 for the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, nice job holding up on the outside. As much as Colston Loveland has been a threat receiving, he's still tall and lanky, and on the outside, but it was Cashman and I believe Josh Metellus were able to just hold that corner, not give any open areas for DeAndre Swift.
The Bears 1 of 4 on 3rd down, 3rd and 4 from the Vikings 39. Swift in motion to the right, toss right, DJ Moore out of the backfield, and the receiver turns it up outside the numbers, hit close to the first down. This may require a virtual measurement. He stopped right at the first down marker. Nope, they say he got it by a couple of inches. So with 9:50 and counting to go in the first half, the Vikings lead 3-0. That's DJ Moore's first touch today, 8th year from Maryland. He has 3 touchdowns this year, 1 rushing, 1 receiving, and 1 throwing to Caleb Williams. First down from the Vikings 35, straight eye behind the second-year USC quarterback. It's Durham Smythe, the tight end, in front of DeAndre Swift. Snap. Play action. Caleb straight drop, throws left, caught Kmet, and Kmet's hit hard by Isaiah Rodgers. In fact, Isaiah might have knocked himself silly. I mean, he's on the field. He hit Cole Kmet so hard you could hear it via the parabolic on the field. 7-yard gain, but the good news is he stopped, and the bad news, Isaiah Rodgers is down.
Yeah, that was a pretty rough collision right there. You could hear it all the way up here, so let's hope Isaiah's okay.
All right, we pause on the Northland Ford dealer scoreboard, 3-0 Minnesota. 9:10 to go in the first half. A National Football League scoreboard is next on the KFAM Minnesota Vikings audio network, driven by Polaris.
Eagan, Minnesota is the proud home of the Minnesota Vikings, and it's also the ultimate destination for fantastic fun. Eagan features over 100 unique restaurants and amazing attractions, such as Twin Cities Premium Outlets and the Vikings Museum. And when you stay in any of Eagan's 19 incredible hotels Thursday through Sunday and pick your package, you'll receive 2 free tickets to the Vikings Museum. Other great offers are also available. For complete details, visit enjoyegan.com. That's enjoyegan.com.
Hi, I'm Amy Hockert with Fox 9. Have you downloaded Fox Local yet? Fox Local is how you stream Fox 9 on your TV or your phone for free. You can watch all of our newscasts.
Wake up with Fox 9.
Original programming.
Welcome to the Jason Show. I'm Jace.
And all your Gopher and Viking shows.
And welcome back to Vikings Game Day Live.
So download Fox Local on your TV or your phone and stay connected to Fox 9 with Fox Local. for free.
Hey, Vikings fans, are you ready to grow your own Super Bowl team? GPAC has 34 years in the recruiting game, and we're here to help you source top talent across multiple industries nationwide. Don't wait on the sidelines. Visit GoGPAC.com today. That's GOGPAC.com. GPAC, your friends in South Dakota and proud supporters of the Minnesota Vikings. Skol Vikings, and go GPAC!
Minnesota Wild Vegas Golden Knights today at 5 on the audio home for Wild Hockey. FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
Scoreboard Central.
Brought to you by the Minnesota Lottery, where you can play the new Viking scratch game from the Minnesota Lottery for a chance to win up to $100,000 instantly. Jordan Love went out of the game with a shoulder injury, non-throwing arm, shoulder, but now he has returned. But Josh Jacobs, he is questionable to return with a knee injury for the Green Bay Packers, who trail the Giants right now 7-6. Allen, a touchdown to Shavers for 43 yards. Bills go up on the Bucks 14-10. Now back to PA.
All right, Muss. Now, Isaiah Rodgers has left the game after that violent collision with Cole Kmet. And it'll be interesting to see how Brian Flores and Kevin O'Connell craft this. Byron Murphy Jr., along with Fabian Moreau, are the other two corners they've been using. You have Dwight McLeathern, who doesn't play much, and he's not even in the game now. And it's 2nd and 3 for the Bears from the Vikings 28. Handoff DeAndre Swift up the middle, hit at the point of attack, and he'll grind his way to the 24 for a gain of 4. And that'll be a Chicago Bears first down.
Yeah, this is the Bears offense, right? Extra offensive lineman in there. You're just kind of grinding it down. And I'm surprised Ben Johnson hasn't put in 3 wide receivers to see how the Vikings are going to react now. Fabian Moreau has been the extra corner in, but now he's out there every single snap with Isaiah Rodgers out.
And the Vikings are also down Jonathan Grenard in this game with a shoulder injury incurred against Baltimore. First down. 1st and 10 from the Vikings 25. Loveland in motion to the right. Williams from under center. Play action. Boots out to the right. Throws high to Loveland. He brings it in at the 20, and he stopped at about the 16, 15-yard line. Colston Loveland, the Michigan rookie, with a 9-yard catch. He played at Michigan with J.J. McCarthy, and in fact, in their time together, caught 6 touchdowns from McCarthy. It's 2nd and 1.
Yeah, we're starting to see the answers that Ben Johnson has to what the Vikings are doing defensively, right? You're bringing extra guys, 5, 6 guys at a time, so the bootlegs and those kinds of things, attacking the flats. We're seeing a lot more of that.
Middle of the second quarter, 3-0 Vikings. Caleb Williams, play action, throws to the end zone, incomplete. He was looking for his main man this year, Rome Odunze. Harrison Smith close on the coverage, so now it's 3rd and 1 from the Vikings 15. And Rome Odunze, in his second year from Washington, first-round pick last year, he has 6 touchdowns leading the Bears, who are 2 of 5 on 3rd down. This is the 11th play for the Bears this possession, and the drive has gone 59 yards. They break the huddle. Tightly packed, everybody on the line. You have a tight end left, 2 tight ends right, Luther Burden in motion, and Caleb sneaks right up the middle from the 15. He lunges ahead to the 13 for a sneaky plunge of 2. First down for the Bears.
Well, and that's how the Bears, the way they're operating. They get a good play on first down, you leave them 2nd and short, so they take a shot to the back of the end zone. It was Byron Murphy who did a great job defending Rome Odunze. And then 3rd and 1, with the way they've been running the football and how physical they've been up front, they're like, hey, we'll just keep the quarterback sneak. So now, fresh set of downs. The Vikings just have to hold them to a field goal.
Durham Smythe motions to the backfield, offset eye left on first down. DeAndre Swift gets the carry, room up the middle. He gets to the 10-yard line, then he's tripped up by Harrison Smith at the 8, but still, it's a run of 5 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 5. Harrison Smith, by the way, playing in his 200th regular season game, 208th game overall, and he's the 6th Minnesota Viking to play at least 200 games.
And the hard part about this run and the way the Bears do it is the cutback. DeAndre Swift's so good at cutting things back. Everybody wants to go front side, and he just bends it back.
On second down, 2nd and 5 from the 8. Vikes lead 3-0. Offset eye right. They're going to run it again with Swift. He's slowed in the backfield, and then he crawls his way past Levi Drake Rodriguez, taken down by Blake Cashman. That's just a run of 1 yard. So now, 3rd and 4 from the Vikings 7. The Bears have gone to chewing on the clock on this possession. Their 13th play is coming up. They're 3 of 6 on 3rd down. Minnesota leads 3-0. And with Isaiah Rodgers down for now, Dwight McGlothern has checked into the game to play some corner.
And you have to think about whether or not this is going to be 4-down territory for these Bears as well. So going empty here, I expect them to be going for it on 4th down if they don't make it.
Caleb Williams, 5 of 11, 51 yards. And on 3rd and 4, they go plunging up the middle again. And it'll be a 1st down after a gain of 5 yards. 1st and goal for the Chicago Bears from the 2 with 5:20 and counting to go in the first half.
Well, that's Kyle Monungai, Paul. 75 attempts, almost 400 yards coming into this game, averaging over 5 yards a carry. He is a north and south runner. DeAndre Swift, he'll cut it any which way. It's really hard to defend him. Monungai, he is north and south, so don't be surprised if he gets the ball again right here.
1st and goal from the 2. Caleb Williams under center. Monungai, the tailback, Burton in motion to the left. Handoff. Monungai walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago Bears. Kyle Monungai with his 3rd rushing touchdown this year has given Chicago a 6-3 lead.
And how about this? 11 rushes and 4 passes on that drive. They're taking the ball out of the hands of Caleb Williams, and they're saying, you know what, we're going to get back. We've been running the ball for over 180 yards per game over the last 3 weeks, most in the NFL. They are going to stick with it, and it's starting to work. That time of possession, that advantage is completely flopped. Now the Vikings are going to be down probably by 4 after this.
Cairo Santos, 20 of 20 this year on extra points. Snap spots. Santos, kick is up, and it is good. 4:55 to go in the first half. And the Chicago Bears have taken a 7-3 lead on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings audio network, driven by Josh Duhamel and Polaris.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go feel like a breeze in the new Ford Explorer. Make tough tasks look easy with the powerful performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. Or take your adventures in the great outdoors to a whole new level with our Built Wild family of Ford Broncos. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting for you at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today, based on calendar year total sales.
Ready, set!
TCO, for when the Minnesota Vikings need the best sports medicine available.
Ready, set!
TCO, for partnering with more schools and communities.
Ready, set!
TCO, for more urgent care locations ready to go. Twin Cities Orthopedics. Ready, set, TCO. Learn more at tcomn.com.
She's Jen, the ultimate Vikings fan.
Okay, everybody, welcome to the Vikings Jan Show Fan Show. My special guest today is Jared Allen. So, Jared, who you got for the Vikings game this week?
Minnesota Vikings.
Me too. So that's our show. We'd like to thank our sponsor, the Minnesota Lottery, who reminds you this could be your year. Play the new
Vikings
Scratch Game for a shot at $100,000, game tickets, and more. Minnesota Lottery. I'm in. Must be 18 or older to play.
For the Vikings, growth is a team effort. Coaches maximize performance. Teammates push your limits. But in business, who's there to help you grow? Lumen. That's who. Like saving live broadcasts from lag time, helping deliver the in-stadium experience for fans with millions more around the globe, and bringing all the benefits of the cloud to your network, so it's as secure as a defensive line and as legendary as the fans that cheer them on. Welcome to the on-demand network that meets your demands. Learn more at lumen.com. Services not available everywhere.
Let's turn these bears into bearskin rugs, shall we? Vikings versus the Bears. We'll talk about it tomorrow, noon to 3, right here on The Fan.
The Chicago Bears have taken a 7-3 lead over the Minnesota Vikings. Quite the impressive possession. One that sadly included Vikings corner Isaiah Rodgers, their best corner, leaving the game after a collision with Cole Kmet. The Bears go 15 plays, 74 yards. Took 8 minutes, 25 seconds of the second quarter. They ran it 11 times. They threw it 4 times on that possession. And Kyle Manungai finished it off with a 1-yard touchdown. Cairo Santos with a line drive, bounces at the 5. Here comes Miles Price, a yard deep in the end zone, to the 10, to the 15. Oh, he runs into several Bears, led by Elijah Hicks, a 4th-year corner who hit him hard. It'll be a 20-yard return by Miles Price. And trailing 7-3, the Vikings heads to the field. Did you know you could win 6 free Buffalo Wild Wings when you watch the Vikings play? Score 6 free boneless or traditional wings when the Vikings get a couple of sacks. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings, Minnesota locations. J.J. McCarthy, 7 of 12, 38 yards. Aaron Jones, 8 runs, 35 yards. The Vikings are touchdownless so far. McCarthy under center, first down. Offset eye left, handoff Jones following C.J. Ham, and Aaron will angle it to the right, hit and stop by their leading tackler, Kevin Byard III. That's a gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
An incredibly important drive here with about 4.5 minutes left to go in the second quarter as the Bears get the ball at the beginning of the second half. The Vikings chose to receive. So this will be probably our last opportunity this half to put some points on the board.
Bears battle 129. Minnesota leads the all-time series 69-57-2. The last tie, 1967, 10-10 in Chicago. 2nd and 6 from the Vikings 24. McCarthy under center. Play action, a very deep drop, protected nicely. Throws left, caught Aaron Jones, and he's encountered right at the first down marker, but he got it. It's a catch and plunge of 7 yards by Aaron Jones, and now Noah Sewell, Penei Sewell's younger brother, is down at the 29. Potentially very bad news for the Chicago Bears because he's filling in for T.J. Edwards, who continues to miss games. So the Vikings have lost, at least for now, not sure for how long, Isaiah Rodgers. Noah Sewell, he had 9 tackles versus the Vikings in his first career start, game 1 this year. He's not one of their best overall defensive players, but, you know, when you start playing that depth game behind T.J. Edwards, they might be stuck.
Yeah, you're right. You're going to have the number 3 linebacker coming into play now. They've already been playing nickel against base, and you're going to lose another good, and Noah Sewell, good run defender and a good blitzer.
He played dynamite against us week 1.
He did. He was all over the place. Now he's getting a feel for what it's like to have to play 9, 10, 12, 11, 12 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
And it's starting to wear on him a little bit.
So Grady Jarrett, the former Falcon, in his first year with the Atlanta Falcons, he's a part-time player with the Chicago Bears. He checks into the game, 11th year from Clemson. As Noah Sewell departs, Tremaine Edmonds, one of their better defensive players, he's still in. And Sewell is replaced by DeMarco Jackson, a 4th-year linebacker from Appalachian State, a free agent pickup from the New Orleans Saints, and he basically never plays. So just quickly, when you get somebody like that who never plays, how do you attack it?
Yeah, you tight ends down the seam, that kind of thing, make them cover some of the tight ends over the middle, but then you also got to make them defend the run.
Pistol formation, McCarthy, short shot, play action, nice blitz pickup by Aaron Jones, pass right intercepted. Kevin Byard III with his 5th pick this year. He heads to the right to the 40, 35-30, and he's out of bounds on the Bears bench side of the equation at the 18. For J.J. McCarthy, he has thrown 7 interceptions this year, and that one just kind of hung up there like a center fielder waiting for the ball to come down. Byard got the pick.
Well, Byard, really just baited J.J. McCarthy brilliantly. He tried to overplay the flat, but keeping an eye on the 7 route that was coming in behind him, and as soon as that ball was thrown, he broke on it. That's Byard's 34th interception since entering the NFL in 2016. That's number 1 in the NFL.
Ben, we notice Isaiah Rodgers has returned.
Yeah, how about this reversal? He goes back into the blue tent being evaluated for concussion. I was actually told by Vikings communication that he's going to be questionable to return. Then all of a sudden, they come back and he was walking out, smiling. He's actually coming off the field right now because he doesn't have his mouthpiece, but he has been cleared and he is back in this game.
All right, 7-3 Chicago, 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. J.J. McCarthy just threw an interception. Williams under center, tailback Kyle Manungai. Toss left to Monungai. He'll jump cut it back to the right. Jay Ward playing extensively today with a wonderful, wonderful tackle for loss of 2 yards. So that'll make it 2nd and 12. Each team has all 3 timeouts. As the analyst shared earlier, the Vikings won the toss and elected to keep the ball. They got a couple of first downs. McCarthy missed a couple of guys wide open for big hitters into Bears territory. And the Bears have the only touchdown this game. It's 7-3. 2nd and 12, Chicago from the Vikings 27. Williams shotgun, looking right, sees nothing. Pumps. Now he floats out to the left. He's able to get away from Eric Wilson. Then he throws in tight quarters. Caught. Colston Loveland caught it well shy of the first down. But still, a 7-yard connection. It's 3rd and 5. And Caleb Williams just made something out of nothing.
Yeah, that's absolutely what we're talking about with him and his ability just to scramble and extend plays. I mean, that's 7 yards that they get that should have been some type of lost yardage, and you tack on for the field goal attempt. Now the Bears are looking at 3rd and 5. Be interesting to see if this is 2-down territory for the Bears again, and whether or not they're going to try to take a shot deep.
Chicago 4 of 7 on 3rd down. They scrimmage from the Vikings 20. They send rookie tight end Loveland all the way out to the right outside the number. Snap. Williams straight drop. Dallas Turner all over him. How did Caleb Williams get away from that? Now he throws left, incomplete. Holy cow! How did he get away from Dallas Turner? It's 4th and 5, and Cairo Santos walks in for a field goal try.
Yeah, he does a couple of things. It's the ducking that gets the defenders to go over the top, and that's what he does. I mean, Caleb Williams, again, Paul, is so difficult to bring down. We've had chances at him time after time after time. And for the Vikings defense, this is a huge stop. To turn the ball over deep in your own territory and then to hold the Bears to a field goal attempt. What a win by this Viking defense.
38-yard try by Cairo Santos, left hash. Snap spot, right-footed veteran kick is up, and it's blitzed the uprights. And the Bears have extended the lead to 10-3, and that's the 2-minute warning. Back shortly to U.S. Bank Stadium on the KFA and Minnesota Vikings audio network, driven by Polaris.
Huddle up, Vikings Nation. Don't let that Skol chant fade. Let it echo through the hallways, the bars, the stadium, and the city. Because when the Vikings score 2 or more touchdowns, you'll get a free Big Mac with a purchase of $2 or more. Only in the McDonald's app. Offer valid once per person the day after the Vikings score 2+ touchdowns through 2/28/26 at participating McDonald's. Excludes tax. Must opt into rewards.
Quick Trip and your Minnesota Vikings are teaming up to put you in the ride of your dreams. Picture this. You behind the wheel of a brand new 2025 Ford Bronco Big Bend. Nice picture. Make it happen. Stop by your local Quick Trip, and for every $1 you spend using Quick Rewards, you'll earn a point to spend in the Vikings Fan Zone. Buy special qualifying products and earn bonus Fan Zone points. Kick off your winning season the right way with Quick Trip and your Minnesota Vikings. Details at quicktrip.com/fanzone.
NFL fans, when it's time to get Vikings tickets, you can tackle game day with total certainty with Ticketmaster. With 100% verified tickets available all season long, you can count on getting in with ease and spend time focusing on the good stuff. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, you can still score seats. Want to meet up inside the stadium with your crew? Transferring your tickets is an easy handoff. So, get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Vikings.
For Minnesotans, whatever the season, we live outdoors. And no one knows that better than Polaris, the American power sports company. From tasks to trails or lakes to lanes, with brands like Polaris Slingshot and Ranger Side-by-Sides, Indy Snowmobiles, and Bennington Pontoons, Polaris is your partner to think outside. Polaris, proud partner of your Minnesota Vikings.
The Wild, Gophers, Wolves, and Lynx are also heard here on the audio home of the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota's sports station is KFAN. Now, back to Vikings football.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Vikings football.
This is Vikings Bears on the audio home for Vikings football. FM 100.3 KFXN, Minneapolis, St. Paul. The Fan.
Pete,
Yes, Paul.
10-3 Bears, and we laid out the A topic multiple times in the pregame. It's the take-give. All right, the Bears are plus 15, number one in the NFL. In their 6 wins this year, they're plus 15 in the turnover margin. Their 3 losses, they're minus 3. Conversely, for the Vikings, they go to minus 8 on the McCarthy interception, and they now have 17 gives, second most in the NFL. Boom. There's the Santos kick taken by Miles Price. Heads to the middle of the 20-25, and Daniel Hardy et al. Bring him down at about the 32, 29-yard return by Miles Price. The Bears are plus 15 in the take give.
Yeah, I mean, they're plus 21 total, and going into this game at plus 14, they led the NFL by 6. The next best team in the league was plus 8. So
it's everything.
Yeah, they haven't been getting to the quarterback. It's just amazing how the Bears defense has been able to create turnovers all throughout this year, and Byard has been a huge part of it. That's his 5th of the season.
Noah Sewell is returned for the Bears. McCarthy out of the shotgun, hands it to Aaron Jones. He'll run up the middle across the 35. The aforementioned Sewell along with Tremaine Edmonds bring him down. It's a gain of 4. Make it second and right around 6 for the Vikings. Clock runs. Minnesota has all 3 of its timeouts remaining. Chicago gets the ball to start the second half, and the only touchdown in the game is courtesy of Kyle Monangai from short. 10-3 Chicago. McCarthy, second down. Jefferson in motion to the left, out of the shotgun. Wonky snap. JJ brings it in, throws left, incomplete. And T.J. Hawkinson split the difference between Jaquan Brisker and Tremaine Edmonds. He was wide open and on the run. McCarthy missed him.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bad miss today that McCarthy's had, and then he has had 1 drop that probably was on Jordan Addison. So the scheme is there. That's and that's for Kevin O'Connell. Got to be the most frustrating part. The plays that we're setting up, the routes that we're calling are there. We just have to execute them. It's unbelievable.
3rd and 5. Minnesota is 2 of 6 on 3rd down. McCarthy shotgun. 2 receivers left and right. Snap. Blitz. McCarthy throws over the middle. Caught first down. Jefferson on the run to the 50-45. Gets to the 40 of the Bears. Look like a face mask, but no flags. It's a 27-yard hit for Justin Jefferson with about a minute to go in the first half, and he now has the 2nd most receiving yards all time of any player in their first 6 seasons. He just passed Torrey Holt. Now he's trying to run down Moss. McCarthy back to pass. Throws to the right, incomplete. Off the fingertips of Adam Thielen, who left his feet to bring it in. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the Bears 35, but let's not jettison the context of what just happened. Justin Jefferson has the 2nd most receiving yards of anybody in the history of the NFL, passing Torrey Holt through their first 6 seasons, and he's 200 and change behind Randy Moss for number 1.
Well, yeah, and JJ is in this rapport between JJ McCarthy and Justin Jefferson's just getting started.
2nd and 10 from the Bears 35. Minnesota down by a touchdown deep in the first half. McCarthy takes the snap. Four-man rush, straight drop. JJ, he'll throw over the middle, high, incomplete. Flag comes in late. It was a high pass to Aaron Jones, who's very slow to get up in his 17th against the Bears. We'll see what the infraction is.
It's going to be holding against the Bears.
All right.
Holding. Defense, number 44.
You're seeing it clearly.
Penalty, automatic. First down.
Brad Rogers' staff, by the way, they call the 4th most penalties of all crews in the NFL. About 15 a game. Offensive pass interference is their favorite. They've called the 2nd most. Illegal use of hands, 3rd most. And by the way, they've called 21 special teams penalties. That's most by any crew in the NFL.
And that was a clear hold by Noah Sewell, who's back in the game. And T.J. Hawkinson trying to get up the seam in the middle of that defense and just grabbed onto him as he ran by him.
42 seconds to go in the first half. 10-3 Chicago. The Vikings are threatening McCarthy. Shotgun facing a 4-man rush. He's going to throw to the end zone to Addison, and jump ball. The Bears picked it off. It was a jump ball back left of the end zone between Jordan Addison Addison and a member of the Chicago Bears. And J.J. McCarthy has been picked off for a second time today and a second time in his career by former Viking Deshaun Wright, who has his 4th interception this season, and a wonderful drive by the Minnesota Vikings, full of potential to tie the game, has been turned over on an interception again.
Yeah, the ball just a little bit underthrown. It was a wheel route, and Addison had his man beat, had some space, and had to slow down just a little bit to get back underneath it. And Deshaun Wright, who dropped an easy touchdown or an easy interception last week against the New York Giants, comes up big with a beautiful grab. But it was there. It's just a little bit underthrown by J.J. McCarthy. And Paul, the Bears are now
plus 16.
Plus 16.
It's unbelievable. And plus 2 today. The only time O'Connell's lost to the Bears, he was -2 in the take-give. False start, left tackle for the Bears. Flags all over the place, 1st and 15.
I mean, as much as that...
False start. Offense. Number 79. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
I mean, as much as that play is deflating because it takes points off the board. You had 2 plays earlier in the game that took points off the board.
Yep.
They're there. All you got to do is execute them, right? And only being down by 7 points at this point after turning the ball over twice, we're lucky. So as badly as you're playing, the scoreboard says you're only down by 1 score. So let's go.
I'm opposite the age-old cliche. I'd rather be good than lucky. 1st and 15. Caleb Williams, deep drop, fade left. Isaiah Rodgers has a shot, but he couldn't run it down. The quarterback, Caleb Williams, overshot fellow second-year player Rome Odunze with 31 seconds to go in the first half. So now that'll make it 2nd and 15 from the 15 for Chicago, which has all 3 of its timeouts remaining and a 10-3 lead.
Yeah, the Vikings have all 3 of their timeouts as well. So it'd be interesting to see if this affects any of what the play calling is for the Bears.
Caleb Williams, 6 of 14, 58 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. 2nd and 15 from his own 15. The Vikings blitz. Williams short drop, fastball over the middle, caught at the 30, and it'll be caught for a Bears 1st down by Cole Kmet. And Ben Johnson, 1st-year coach of the Chicago Bears, will utilize a timeout with 25 seconds to go in the first half. That they're playing the end of the half, start of a half game, where if you can get any points out of this and get the ball to begin the second half, holy cow.
Yeah, it's a nice job by Caleb Williams just reading the high-low. The Vikings sending pressure, but the football's out of there way before anybody can get there. So, yeah, they've probably got another 25, 30 yards to go to get themselves into field goal range. So defensively, you got to keep the ball in front of you and protect the middle of the field because the Bears still have 2 timeouts.
Chicago is 4 of 8 on 3rd down. It's 3rd and 1 from its own 29. Williams shotgun, DeAndre Swift to his left. Snap. Delayed blitz by the Vikings. Williams throws right, incomplete. He overthrew Rome Odunze. Joshua Metellus late on the scene. And now at 4th and 1 from their own 29. Torrey Taylor is back in to punt. He's gone 114 punts in his NFL career without a block. Sure would be good to give up his first right now.
Yeah, this is exactly when the Vikings would need it. 21 seconds left to go in the half. Doesn't give your offense a lot of time. But a good return here, Paul. This is an opportunity for the special teams to set up the offense.
Snap to Taylor. Moderate rush. Taylor with a line drive. He goes down, but he's feigning. Picked up on the dribble by Miles Price. Sprints up the middle, 30-35. Taken down at about the 39-yard line. 51-yard punt, 19-yard return by Miles. And we have 10 seconds to go in the first half with 3 timeouts. So all 3 timeouts really don't mean anything at this moment. You just need 1, maybe 2, but probably just 1. What do? Do you deep hit middle of the field, maybe try to put Reichert in position to kick one from 60?
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to, the whole thing is going to take about 10 seconds. You just got to let the receivers know, go down unless you have a clear shot at the end zone after you catch this football. But so take a knee, and Vikings to take the timeout and hopefully get end the half on a field goal attempt.
The Bears have 3 players 25 yards from the line of scrimmage. 10 seconds to go in the first half, 10-3 Bears. McCarthy, who's thrown 2 interceptions, puts Hawkinson in motion to the right, 3-man rush. JJ with a quickie over the middle to Jefferson. He's going to pitch it to Jones, and Aaron Jones dropped it at the 41.
He tried to lateral it.
Vikings ball.
Yeah, I was trying to hit the old hook and ladder.
Yeah, let's just get this thing over with and move on to the second half, all right? Jaquan Brisker slow to get up. That's the end of the first half. J.J. McCarthy has thrown 2 interceptions, and it absolutely has played into the Bears' 10-3 lead. Bears ball when we return to U.S. Bank Stadium. This is Minnesota Vikings football. It's time to score a touchdown with the best deck you'll ever have, and it's courtesy of TimberTech and TimberTech.com. TimberTech is #1 in premium decking. There are myriad reasons why. One is they're the leaders in design. So let them ship you free samples at no charge. Choose up to 4 decking samples to see which realistic wood styles are best for you. Start at TimberTech.com. Behold, it's TimberTech.com.
Minnesota deserves a go-to destination for all things high school sports in our state. All the scores, the stories, the stats, live streams, social feeds, photos, personalized team pages, breaking news. One place for everything you're looking for. That's why the Minnesota Star Tribune is launching Strib Varsity. You'll find Minnesota Star Tribune journalism, Minnesota Prep Hub stats and schedules, streams, stories, and more. Strib Varsity is Minnesota's new home for complete high school sports coverage. Sign up today at startribune.com/stribvarsity.
This is what New Horizon Academy parents are saying about their family's experience at our schools.
You just formed special relationships with the teachers here, and that just makes us feel that much more excited to drop them off and to pick them up.
And then when we toured here, every single kid that we saw was laughing, giggling, smiling. The teachers looked happy. So we just felt immediate a peace.
New Horizon Academy offers premium early childhood development for all families. Check us out at newhorizonacademy.net.
We knew right away that it was the right fit for us.
Officer, could I get your perspective as a man of the law?
You know I'm a mall cop, right?
You see this Hyundai Santa Fe? I only paid for it.
Whoa.
Right? I'm not in trouble, am I?
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on the Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid models. Visit your Twin Cities Hyundai dealer, proud partner of the Minnesota Vikings. Offer ends December 1st. Call 480-500-7931 for details.
Your home for all things purple. FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
The Minnesota Vikings Halftime Report is presented by U.S. Bank, Polaris, Happy Thursday Spiked Refreshers, and by Twin Cities Orthopedics. Now live from U.S. Bank Stadium, here's Mike Mussman.
Bears have the lead here at the half, 10-3 over your Minnesota Vikings. And here are your halftime stats presented by Lumen, official technology partner of the Minnesota Vikings. Didn't go real well for our J.J. McCarthy. 10 of 19, 75 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. That is a rating of a 22.8. I don't know if you get any lower than that, to be honest with you. I haven't seen if someone's ever gotten lower than that. Aaron Jones, 10 carries, 42 yards, 4.2 per carry there. Mason, a couple of carries. He's got 11 yards. Justin Jefferson, 4 receptions off of 6 targets, 54 yards. And Jones has 3 receptions for 11 yards. Now you go on the other side of the board here for the Bears. And Caleb Williams, 7 of 16, 72 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 57.3 on his rating. Swift on the ground, 9 carries, 34 yards. And they also had Williams on the ground, who had 3 carries and 10 yards. Rome Adunze, 1 reception for 24. That leads reception yards for the Bears in the first half. And ultimately, it is 10-3. Hey, there's a new way to stream your Vikings coverage shows and insight straight on your big screen TV. It's Fox Local, a free streaming advice. All you have to do is you find the app, search for Fox Local on your streaming device, install, and then stay connected to your Minnesota Vikings and local news with Fox Local. 10-3 here at the half. Tatum Everett from the Vikings Entertainment Network is going to be coming next to join me. We'll talk about that first half and hopefully figure out a way that JJ can hold on to the ball now that we are -9 on the take-give so far this season. 'Tis the season, by the way, to join the Vikings and KFAN at the Eden Prairie Shields on December 2nd from 6 in the morning till 6 p.m. to support Toys for Tots. Donate a toy and share your holiday spirit. As I mentioned, Tatum Everett coming in next. Tatum Everett from the VEN on the Minnesota Vikings Audio Network, driven by Polaris.
When football season kicks off, everything else takes a backseat to sports convenience. That's sports convenience. Running errands? Not sports convenient. Cooking dinner? Not sports convenient. But shopping online is now extra sports convenient thanks to Pays, a fast online checkout offered by banks and credit unions. With Pays, there's no typing in card numbers at checkout, and cards stay in one place, so you don't have to leave the couch. In the name of sports convenience, try Pays today. Learn more at PAZE.com.
As a leader in innovative ingredient solutions, Sam Nutrition offers a unique personal touch that only a family-owned business can provide. As your trusted partner in animal nutrition, we source the highest quality ingredients, ensuring you achieve optimal results. Discover how our family values drive us to connect industries and unlock peak performance across your entire operation with Sam Nutrition. Learn more by visiting samnutrition.com. Sam Nutrition, high performance, reasonable price, a proud partner of the Minnesota Vikings.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go feel like a breeze in the new Ford Explorer. Make tough tasks look easy with the powerful performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. Or take your adventures in the great outdoors to a whole new level with our built wild family of Ford Broncos. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting for you at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait, get behind the wheel of a new Ford today. Based on calendar year total sales.
Vikings fans, looking to upgrade your wardrobe? This local brand based in St. Paul will become your new go-to. Unreal is the premium athleisure brand that combines comfort, versatility, and style. Crafting elevated apparel that will take you from the office to the gym or the airport to the golf course. Wherever you go, they've got you covered. Shop now at unreal.com and experience the difference yourself. That's UNRL.com, the best athleisure wear in the game.
This is the radio home of the Minnesota Vikings. Boom! FM 100.3 KFAN. Minnesota's home for football.
First and goal from the 2. Caleb Williams under center. Manungai, the tailback. Burton in motion to the left. Handoff. Manungai walks into the end zone. Touchdown. Chicago Bears. Kyle Manungai with his 3rd rushing touchdown this year has given Chicago a 6-3 lead.
Paul Allen on the call. The lone touchdown in the first half. 10-3, Bears have the lead. And located at Eden Prairie Center, Wildfire offers steaks, chops, and seafood in a modern-day 1940 supper club. You can join them for lunch, dinner, and carry out. Plus, you can plan your next event in one of their private rooms or let them cater to your home or office. Visit wildfirerestaurant.com. Tatum Everett joins me now here in the broadcast booth. And Tatum, you and I were talking off-air and just kind of like, did you see J.J. McCarthy's quarterback rating?
Yeah, it wasn't. It's not a great start, right?
Yeah.
I do think that he is. The receivers are open. The scheme is there. Like, you can see that the things are happening. But there's been a couple of drop passes. I would say about 3 off the top of my head.
Yeah. That
were totally catchable, and the guys are open. So you got to catch the ball. You got to see those things. I'd love to see a little bit more, maybe a little more less shots down the field. Let's start checking it down. Let's start just building that confidence back. Yeah, get into that rhythm. Confidence. The run game is kind of cooking at times.
Right.
So, I mean, I really think it may not be the false start, which we've had none of this.
So far, so good. You didn't just say that out loud.
I did. Yeah, I know. But I haven't had any of those type of mistakes. But obviously, that's not the worst. Like, you need to get rid of those mistakes of shooting yourself in the foot with turnovers and things like that.
Yeah, but there were some really bad misses with guys just wide open.
Yeah.
Even at the interception that they had here in the end of the end zone, corner of the end zone, that is, throwing it to, of course, Jordan Addison. It came out late, and it wasn't deep enough. You know what I mean? And it's so...
It was off the mark by like a few inches, right?
Yeah.
Like you just get it more towards the outside hash mark, just a little bit, or a little bit further behind his shoulder. You know, that works there. But it's been a tough go for JJ McCarthy. And conversely, like I'm watching these mascots take down.
Yeah, little kids
in the mascot game right now, and Prowl, the Lynx mascot, is wrapping up kids like our defense is trying to do with Caleb Williams. But Caleb Williams is so much more elusive; it's crazy.
Yeah, look at Grimace holding the edge over there.
Yeah, Grimace, the surprise guest. I mean, I think the defense obviously is doing really well, even without Bernard out. Isaiah Rodgers there, scary play, but obviously good to go here in the second half. And just hope to see them continue to perform and not get too behind the turnovers. Be great to see a takeaway, right?
Oh, my gosh. Well, yeah, one that we're not giving up.
That's what I mean.
I know. It's
Team Purple here.
Been a while since we've had a takeaway there.
Yeah, that'd be great to see, even if the score, because, you know, what did it say? If they're 2-0 in the turnover margin, they're 5-0 on the season.
Yes.
So we can't let that happen.
Right. 10-3, though, you're not out of this game at all, Tatum.
Not at all.
Thank you so much, Tatum. Appreciate
Thank
it. Tatum Everett from the VEN here at the halftime show. Showcase your football fandom by submitting your photo as the Jameson Football Fanatic of the Week. You can enter in at Vikings.com for your chance to win weekly prizes. And also, Vikings fans, buy any Pothole Pizza or 20-ounce Pepsi or Mountain Dew product with your quick rewards for your chance to score big. One weekly winner will win a $500 gift card. And if the Vikings score a touchdown over 50 yards, hopefully here in the second half, one lucky winner wins $5,000. Visit quicktrip.com/sweepstakes for all of the details. Second half coming up next. The Bears get the ball on the Minnesota Vikings audio network, driven by Polaris.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability, making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Visit ChevyDealOnline.com.
You're listening to Vikings football.
As a leader in innovative ingredient solutions, Sam Nutrition offers a unique personal touch that only a family-owned business can provide. As your trusted partner in animal nutrition, we source the highest quality ingredients, ensuring you achieve optimal results. Discover how our family values drive us to connect industries and unlock peak performance across your entire operation with Sam Nutrition. Learn more by visiting samnutrition.com. Sam Nutrition, high performance, reasonable price, a proud partner of the Minnesota Vikings.
Hey Vikings fans, I'm Taylor of the Minnesota Vikings cheerleaders, and here's our best kept secret, Pure Luxe Med Spa. Laser hair removal at Pure Luxe is a game changer. Voted best med spa and laser hair removal by the Star Tribune, they keep us game day ready with Botox, filler, and our favorite, the Diamond Glow Facial. Visit mypurelux.com/skull to book your appointment today. Pure Luxe Med Spa, the preferred med spa of the Minnesota Vikings cheerleaders.
Vikes fans, you know the drill. Game day isn't game day without the right lineup off the field. That's why I roll with Top 10 Liquors, the preferred liquor store of the Minnesota Vikings. Whether it's beer for the tailgate, bourbon for a celebratory pour, or even the latest seltzers, Top 10's got your game day covered. With 15 convenient metro locations, there's always a Top 10 nearby. Stock up today and make sure your next watch party feels like a win. Top 10 Liquors, more than a liquor store.
Back to Vikings football on Minnesota's station for sports, FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
Chicago into the second half, and the Bears get the ball first. Hey, quick trip trivia time. Adrian Peterson had 16 rushing touchdowns of 50 yards or longer. How many took place against the Bears? Is it 1, 2, 3, or 4? The answer, 3. That's trivia provided by Quick Trip and QuickTrip.com. Vikings fans, right now, pick up a commemorative Pepsi Vikings Cup at U.S. Bank Stadium or participating High V's, and do so fast and fresh. Also get them at Buffalo Wild Wings locations for your chance to win Victor's Ride or other great prizes. Vikings fans deserve Pepsi. Skol. Will Reichert is set to kick it to the west side of U.S. Bank Stadium. A couple deep for the Chicago Bears. Kyle Monangai has the only touchdown, and boom! The second half is in the air. They kick away from Duvernay to Blackwell. He's lethal. Watch out. 20-25. Turned it up at the 30. Good tackle by C.J. Ham. Josh Blackwell, a sneaky good returner. They don't use much. That was a 32-yard return. And Caleb Williams, first overall pick in the 2024 draft, heads out leading the Chicago Bears. He's 7 of 16 for just 72 yards. One of the top rushing attacks in the NFL has DeAndre Swift with 9 runs for 34 yards. Caleb has run 3 times for 10 yards. Monangai 4 times for 9 yards. And the only touchdown in this Northern Division collision between the 6-3 Bears and 4-5 Vikings. And here they are. Rookie Ozzie Trapillo's in as that extra offensive lineman, so they go unbalanced. He's to the left of the left tackle. They're going to run behind it with Monangai, but Byron Murphy Jr. comes surging in to trip up the back. Loss of 1, 2nd and 11.
Yeah, they're giving Byron Murphy the green light to just blitz off the edge, and that's the second time today. Early, I think, the first drive of the game, he also blitzed off the edge and was able to get a tackle at the line of scrimmage, almost a tackle for a loss. So great adjustment. Schematically, offensively, and defensively, Paul, it's been fantastic. We just have to execute.
Here comes Caleb on 2nd and 11, and he puts Burden in motion to the right. Pass left, caught by Adunze at the 35. Nobody touched him, so he gets up. Now he's plowing Vikings to the 40-45, and finally is taken down at the 46. That was like a catch-and-run version of the tush push. They just couldn't stop it. It goes for 17, first down.
Yeah, Cashman tried to get his arm in front of it and missed Adunze. And that's what's different about the Bears, Paul. Adunze got up and ran for another 10 yards.
No huddle operation. Williams back to pass. Fires quickly left side. Caught veteran Cole Kmet. Stopped by Blake Cashman at the Vikings 45-yard line. So that's a quick hitter for 8. Now it's 2nd and 2, and the Bears are in business in Vikings territory.
Now embedding the Bears with a 7-point lead. Anything they can get, whether it's a field goal or touchdown, makes this a 2-score game. So defensively, I know Kevin O'Connell wanted to be aggressive. Now the defense has to come out and answer the call.
10-3 Bears, 2nd and 2 for Chicago from the Vikings 45. Adunze in motion to the right. Monangai's the tailback to start the second half. Handoff Monangai. Isaiah Rodgers from the backside with a tackle for loss of a yard. He wrapped up the Rutgers rookie, and that'll make it 3rd down. It'll be actually not a tackle for loss of 0, so it's 3rd and 2 from the Vikings 45-yard line. First possession of the second half.
Tyson Badgett checking in for the Bears, so they have 2 quarterbacks in the game right now.
Be careful. Badgett, the quarterback, is all the way out to the right of Rome Odunze on 3rd and 2. After all that window dressing, they're going to run Monangai to the left, weaves up the middle for a first down to the 40, stopped at the 39. Kyle Monangai with a 6-yard run. Badgett in the game. Badgett leaves the game. I guess it gives you something to think about. But what's also interesting is Monangai starts the second half. No DeAndre Swift.
No, and I haven't seen him yet. And Monangai, as we know, is just so much more of a north and south style of runner. So you're not going to get the full, I think, accoutrement of Bears runs, but they are going to be much more downhill.
Monangai, 7th-round pick from Rutgers. First down from the Vikings 39. Play action. Caleb Williams facing a Byron Murphy blitz. He's able to get it up to Cole Kmet left side, and he's encountered immediately by Eric Wilson, the Vikings leading tackler, but still a gain of 5, 2nd and 5. Murphy Jr. could not have gotten in there any more quickly.
No, and we've blitzed our cornerbacks off the edges more than I've ever seen a team do, Paul. I mean, you have Isaiah Rodgers blitzing there. Byron Murphy's getting back there. We've had Jay Ward getting the backfield. We are sending guys off the edge constantly and almost getting there.
2nd and 5 from the Vikings 34. Caleb Williams takes the snap. Vikings blitz. Williams over the middle, bobbled, incomplete. That's an incomplete pass, isn't it?
Are they going to say like it? They're saying he caught it, and they're going to hustle the line of scrimmage. So
Durham Smythe with his first catch of the year, and it shouldn't even count. There's the challenge. No, that ain't going to count. A rare pass to Durham Smythe, 8th year from Notre Dame, unrestricted from Miami. He has 0 catches in his first year with the Bears. They tried to get sneaky, but I don't think it worked. All right, let's pause. 11:08 to go in the third quarter. A challenge in progress on the Sleep Number scoreboard. Bears 10, Vikings 3. It's Vikings football.
When the game is over, it's time to relax. No matter if it's a win or loss, you always win at Spalon Montage, the Twin Cities' premier salon and spa destination for over 25 years. With convenient locations in Edina, Woodbury, and Chanhassen, there's a Spalon close to you. Right now, football fans, you can get a bonus when you give the gift of Spalon. Purchase a $175 gift certificate and receive a $25 gift certificate for yourself. Visit Spalon.com now or call 952-915-2900.
This Minnesota Vikings season, touchdowns are great, but sacks are better. That's because Buffalo Wild Wings is giving away 6 free wings with a $10 minimum purchase anytime the Vikings get 2 or more sacks in a game. This Sacks for Wings promotion is valid 3 days after each qualifying game at participating Buffalo Wild Wings throughout Minnesota and surrounding areas. Get your 6 free wings on top of great drink specials, including new happy hour and late night offers throughout football season at your local B-Dubs, a preferred sports bar of the Minnesota Vikings.
For all the things you have to do and places you need to be, let Uber take you there. Because you had just one more 3 rounds ago. Because the 5 a.m. flight seemed like a good idea at the time. Because check engine lights always appear at the worst possible times. And because parking downtown is a nightmare. Because there are nights out, airport trips, and car troubles in your area, there are drivers in your area. Uber. Request a ride today. Wait time varies. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
This season, come home for the holidays to Mall of America, where twinkling lights spark joy, music fills the air, and every corner invites connection and celebration. It's where families gather, friends laugh a little louder, and memories shine long after the season ends. From festive photo ops to one-of-a-kind gifts, every visit feels like a celebration. Warm cocoa in hand, wonder in your heart. This is holiday magic made real, where joy gathers, magic lingers, and togetherness is the true gift. Mall of America. Holidays together.
It's Chris Hockey of your Minnesota Vikings Morning Show, the Power Trip Morning Show. We have Jonathan Grenard on Tuesday, Adam Thielen on Friday, and Ben Lieber on Mondays and Thursdays. What more do you need? We'll talk about it all tomorrow morning, 5:30 to 9, right here on The Fan.
Hey, Pete.
Yes, Paul.
The coach to the right of you in the next booth is Ryan Cordell, the in-game manager. He's also the ruler of the reversal. He's the one that gets down to Kevin O'Connell and says, let's take a look at that.
Yeah.
Well, they were right that time. Smythe, indeed, with an incomplete catch. So it's 3rd and 5. And Kevin O'Connell has challenged 23 times in his career as coach of the Vikings. They are 14 and 9. The Bears are 5 of 10 on 3rd down. 3rd and 5 from the Vikings 34. 10-3 Chicago. Williams, he's going to hand the ball off on some trickery to the back. I believe that's Travis Homer, who they never use. He heads out to the right, and he swarmed at the 36-yard line. That is a loss of 2 yards. So now Cairo Santos comes in to attempt a long field goal. Travis Homer, 7th-year Cane, basically never plays. For whatever the reason, they're not using DeAndre Swift, who I see on the sideline.
A bit of a bizarre call, too, Paul. I mean, that situation with the way the running game has been working for them, to hand that thing off on a jet sweep, it's just a little questionable call there. We'll see.
Cairo Santos, 54-yard try, right hash. Snap spot, set to, plenty of leg, and it's good. That's his 24th make at 50 yards or more as a member of the Bears. And he just passed Robbie Gould for most 50-yard makes in the history of Chicago Bears football. 13-3 Chicago, 10.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. And NFL Scoreboard is around the corner on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings audio network, driven by Polaris.
Huddle up, Vikings Nation. Don't let that Skol chant fade. Let it echo through the hallways, the bars, the stadium, and the city. Because when the Vikings score 2 or more touchdowns, you'll get a free Big Mac with a purchase of $2 or more. Only in the McDonald's app. Offer valid once per person the day after the Vikings score 2+ touchdowns through 2/28/26 at participating McDonald's. Excludes tax. Must opt into rewards.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go feel like a breeze in the new Ford Explorer. Make tough tasks look easy with the powerful performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. Or take your adventures in the great outdoors to a whole new level with our built wild family of Ford Broncos. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting for you at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today, based on calendar year total sales.
Flu season is here. Get your flu shot today at your local Hy-Vee pharmacy. It's easy, convenient, and no appointment is necessary. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, earn a 20-cent fuel saver. That's right, a 20-cent fuel saver. Get your flu shot when it's convenient for you. Schedule online or just stop by your Hy-Vee pharmacy. No appointment necessary. Help your family stay healthy. Get your flu shot and get a 20-cent fuel saver only at Hy-Vee. See store for details. Some restrictions apply.
Minnesota Wild Vegas Golden Knights today at 5 on the audio home for Wild Hockey. FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
Scoreboard Central.
Brought to you by the Minnesota Lottery, where you can play the new Vikings scratch game from the Minnesota Lottery for a chance to win up to $100,000 instantly. Robinson on the ground. He has 93 yards and a couple of touchdowns for the Falcons, and they have the lead over the Panthers 21-16. It's a battle in Buffalo as the Bills hold a 21-20 lead over the Bucs. Josh Allen has thrown for a couple of touchdowns in that one. Josh Jacobs has officially been ruled out. He will not return for the Packers, and they're all knotted up against the Giants. 13-13. Steelers, Bengals. Steelers have a lead 10-9. Now back to PA.
And the Vikings get the Packers next game at Lambeau Field. It's a noon boom next week. 13-3 Chicago after the Santos record-setting kick as the Bears go. Boom. Miles Price runs off to the right, catches it, 5-10, heads to the middle, 15-20, gets to the 30, sprints by the 35. Oh, he's taken down at the 41-yard line.
Oh, come on.
Flag comes in late after a 36-yard return. That is going to be brought back due to...
It's a hold against the Vikings. I mean, just called so late.
30 return, holding, number 24. 10-yard penalty, first down.
All right, here comes Ben Lieber from the sideline. What's going on, Ben?
Well, first of all, guys, it's kind of nice that we're in the second half, and that's our first penalty of the game compared to what we had last week against the Ravens. But I just want to mention that I think everybody really enjoyed the game plan that KOC put together in that first half. We had 30 plays offensively. 12 of those were runs, 18 passes. We were running at 4.4 yards a carry. And even though we're down 13-3, I think everybody expects us to stay with the run game. The concepts for the play action pass and everything off of those runs are working. McCarthy just has to be better.
First and 10 from the 20-yard line after the infraction. Hawkinson in motion to the left. Toss left to Aaron Jones. Stops. Cuts to the right. 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6. So Aaron Jones, 11 runs and 47 yards. Second down.
Yeah, I expected Aaron Jones to be a big part of this. He's been kind of getting up slowly a little bit. I know the shoulder is probably still nagging at him, but our ability to run the football is necessary. It's going to help settle the quarterback down a little bit, and we need some longer drives, some time of possession, and we got 2 scores that we have to make up.
McCarthy under center on second down, 2nd and 6, 9:50 to go in the third quarter. Handoff Jones, and he'll spurt up the middle and lunge ahead between the hash marks for a Vikings first down, 7-yard run by Aaron Jones.
And Paul, we talked about this earlier. Again, the Bears defense has only forced 23 punts going into this game. It's the fewest in the NFL. The yards per play, we've had so many opportunities. You can't fault the scheme, the offensive game plan that the Vikings brought in, because it could have been explosive early. But now that things have settled down, which hasn't been McCarthy's strong suit, I think the run is going to help him the most.
First down from the 30. JJ's under center. Naylor without a catch today. Short motion to the right. Snap. Handoff. Jones. Room across the 35. Toppled at the 37. Run of 6 yards. 36. Run of 6. So it's 2nd and 4.
That's about as easy of 6 yards as you're going to get on the ground. I mean, the Bears, again, against base personnel by the Vikings, they have C.J. Gardner-Johnson in, basically playing linebacker, and Jaquan Brisker in the box. I mean, too high safety. They're just letting the Vikings get the number count up front, and we're able to get like 5 or 6 easy yards every time we hand it off.
13 runs, 59 yards for Jones. 2nd and 4. Here comes Aaron again. Toss right. And he's able to run away from Montez Sweat, but only for a couple of yards. Tyreek Stevenson, third-year Kane, hit him and knocked him out of bounds. So that'll be a gain of a couple, making it 3rd and 2 for the Vikings, trailing 13-3. 8-10 and counting to go in the third quarter. The Vikings with only 3 points. Be mindful, Chicago allows 27.5 points per game, 28th in the NFL into the game. Minnesota 3 of 7 on third down. This is a doozy. 2 receivers right and left. Middle of the third
Are you
quarter.
serious?
Did we false start?
Brian O'Neill jumped. I don't know if it's because somebody was in the neutral zone or what.
False start. Offense. Number 71. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
No, you looking at the replay quickly, you were right. It was both tackles who jumped.
Yeah. So we go the entire beginning of this football game, the whole first half without a penalty. We come out, we get a good kickoff return. You get a hold. You get it down to 3rd and short. Now we're at 3rd and about 6, 3rd and 7. Excuse me. It's just this has to be stopped right here. We need a big play out of the kid.
And the Vikings have run 4 consecutive plays. Now it's 3rd and 7 from their own 33. McCarthy shotgun takes the snap. Here comes a blitz picked up by C.J. Ham. Pass right, incomplete. I know it's his 5th start, and I know experience is required. I don't even know how to explain what just happened. That was 10 feet over the head of Justin Jefferson, who, by the way, was wide open for a first down.
Yeah, it would have been. He was shooting to the sideline, and the play was there. It was open, and just threw it over his head. So McCarthy running off the field upset, but it's you're putting a lot on our defense, Paul, especially against a team that runs the football so well.
Amen. And without Jonathan Grenard. Snap to right. Big rush up the middle. Ryan Wright gets off a nice high one. Devin Duvernay from his own 15. He shakes on Tavier Thomas, but then Ty Felton, the rookie, brings him down at the 20. 52-yard punt by Ryan Wright. So we have 7:18 to go in the third quarter on the Sleep Number scoreboard. Bears have the ball, and Bears have the lead 13-3 at U.S. Bank Stadium. This is Minnesota Vikings football.
Imagine being the wizard of your home. With Xfinity Wi-Fi, you can boostify speeds for the moments that count and magically pause Wi-Fi to any device. And now you can cast a spell to stop time and keep your internet bill the same for 5 years with the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Equipment included, no contracts or commitments. Xfinity, imagine that. And see Wicked for Good, only in theaters November 21st. Restrictions apply, select plans only.
Hey, friends with food allergies, life is about to get way easier. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Look, let's not argue. You've got enough stress. Just remember this name. Liam's. Liam's. Lee to the ums. As in Liam's frozen entrees that are free of the top 9 allergens. What? Gluten-free too. Delicious, nutritious, ready in minutes, safe meals for you, your kids, and even those adorable people who can eat whatever they want. Liam's rocks. To find which grocer's freezers are cool enough to stock Liam's, head to saferplate.com.
Officer, can I get your perspective as a man of the law?
You know I'm a mall cop, right?
You see this Hyundai Santa Fe? I only paid for it.
Whoa.
Right? I'm not in trouble, am I?
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on the Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid models. Visit your Twin Cities Hyundai dealer, proud partner of the Minnesota Vikings. Offer ends December 1st. Call 480-500-7931 for details.
Celebrate the magic of the season at Winter Solstice at Viking Lakes. Beginning November 21st, Winter Solstice is your destination for holiday fun and winter adventure. Experience the enchanting magic of lights, drive-through experience, gaze upon the 36-foot holiday tree, skate the plaza, cozy up at the warming house, powered by Xfinity, and save the date for the Viking Lakes Ice Festival, returning January 16th. Learn more at wintersolstice.com. That's winter, SKOLSTICE.com.
The Wild, Gophers, Wolves, and Lynx are also heard here on the audio home of the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota sports station is KFAN. Now back to Vikings football.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Vikings football.
Minnesota Wild, Vegas Golden Knights, today at 5 on the audio home for Wild hockey. FM 100.3 KFXN, Minneapolis, St. Paul, The Fan.
Welcome back, 13-3 Chicago, 7:18 to go in the third quarter. Bears have it 1st and 10 from their own 20. Caleb Williams under center. He'll give it to DeAndre Swift, making his second half debut. He goes up the middle for a run of about 3 yards. 2nd and 7. And Pete, let me ask you a question. The number 401, does that do anything for you?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Well, it's the combined punting yards today by Torrey Taylor and Ryan Wright. 401 yards with 8 punts.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. The Bears defense hasn't been able to garner punts out of the opposing offenses, but today we've obliged them.
Caleb Williams, 10 of 20 for 102 yards. DJ Moore in the backfield. Now he sprints out right. And Williams back to pass. Nice fastball to Burden. He caught it and dropped it. This is a fumble. Joshua Metellus picked it up at the 40-yard line. Unofficially, it's Vikings ball, or are they saying incomplete?
Oh, yeah, they're going to call an incomplete.
Are they?
Ruling on the field is an incomplete pass.
Oh, we're happy for you.
3rd down.
Yeah, I got a little excited there, trying to get anything going.
Well, that's what you hope for, right? That's exactly what this team needed. And for the Bears, they've had plenty of drops themselves, and getting a chance to take another look at it. Yeah, it was a drop by Burden.
Yep, never had
the rookie wide receiver. So these Bear receivers are having a hard time holding on to the football as well.
3rd and 8. Don't let them get a first down here. They're 5 of 11 on 3rd down. And now Williams tried to quick snap the Vikings. Williams.
We were working to get the clock reset and snap the ball before I blew the ready for play.
All right. Oh, Ben Johnson pushing the envelope there, Peter.
Yeah, I mean, getting another chance to look at it, I'm glad it wasn't a challenge on the Vikings' part in that regard. And you're right, Ben Johnson trying to get everybody to the line of scrimmage. And 3rd and 8, Paul, the question is, are we going to sit back and play defense, or are we going to pin our ears back and try to get a linebacker up the middle on him?
Well, let's get a Jalen Redmond sack. Williams back to pass. He's going to run out to the right. Flag on the play. Williams eludes a tackle at the 20 far side to the 25-30, and he runs out of bounds at the 33. Unofficially a run of 11 by Caleb Williams. Jalen Redmond almost had him for a TFL.
Yeah, it's so hard to get to this guy.
Illegal formation offense. Number 15 covered up. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Wow, 6.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. 3rd and 13 for the Bears from their own 17. Chicago leads 13-3.
Now giving the Vikings defense another chance to come up big. And we've had them backed up before and given up some plays. So protect the middle of the field defensively. So do not let Caleb Williams step up and fire this thing down the middle of the field.
Williams shotgun, DeAndre Swift to his right, 3 receivers left, and Olamide Zaccheaus to the right. It's a screen left to Burden. He's speedy, 25-30,
really?
Run down from behind by Blake Cashman, but it's still a first down. 10 tackles for Cashman, that's the good news. The bad news, they needed 13 and got 16.
Yeah, 13 yards on a screen. I mean, it's kind of the reaction to how aggressive the Vikings defense has been, as you've got 3 Viking defenders in the backfield of the Bears, and they're just threw that underneath screen for a connection and a first down.
1st and 10 Chicago from its own 33. Caleb from under center, play action. He runs away from Caleb Williams, gets to the 35, 40, 45, stops, and then walks out of bounds close to the 50. That's still a first down run by Caleb Williams. In fact, a 15-yard run, first down.
Yeah, Isaiah Rodgers blitzing off the edge, and Jalen Redmond again getting a chance to get to him. Got a couple hands on him, but wasn't able to bring him down. Caleb Williams, Paul, is so tough to tackle. I mean,
he's so much better than week 1 and even last year.
He'll take his eyes off downfield, right? He will do that, but it's so hard to bring him down. It usually ends up being positive yardage.
He's run 4 times for 26 yards. Odunze in motion. From the right to the left as Williams goes back to pass, throws to DJ Moore, and is it caught at the 33 or not? Blake Cashman leapt trying to knock it away, but it is a completed pass at the 33-yard line, so that's going to be a 17-yard hit. Williams to Moore, and a first down, and the Bears, they're in a hurry.
That's not a catch.
That's why they went fast. And Williams will throw left flat to Cole Kmet, who runs through Andrew Van Ginkel, who tries to punch the ball out at the 23. That'll be a gain of 9 yards, making it 2nd and 1. And props to the Chicago Bears. Bursic said it wasn't a catch live. We saw the replay quickly. It wasn't a catch, but they hurried to the line and got off the play.
Wow. I don't know. This day and age, they might have called it a catch. Who knows? I mean, it's just, you got to, again, Paul, now you're down to the 23-yard line.
Yep.
Keep them out of the end zone, man.
1st and 10 for the Chicago Bears with a 13-3 lead. 3 minutes, 50 seconds to go in quarter 3. Couple of receivers right, one left. Tailbacks DeAndre Swift. He gets the call, heads to the right side, runs head first into Joshua Metellus, who slows him, and then Javon Hargrave stops him at about the 17-yard line. Still a run of 5 yards by DeAndre Swift, 2nd and 5.
Yep, the Bears just being patient and running with the football. Some key plays, on some of the quick reverses, jet sweeps at different times have been a little bit questionable, but overall, they're keeping it simple. They're being effective running the football, letting Caleb Williams just do what he does. Now we got 2 tight ends in the backfield. Here we go.
That was their 24th run at 3.4 per. They have 81 rushing yards. 2nd and 5 from the Vikings 17. Caleb under center. Couple of tight ends off to the left. Back to Swift, up the middle, into Hargrave, who stopped him at the 16. He falls ahead to the 15. So that's a gain of 2, making it 3rd and 3 from the Vikings 15 with 2:49 and counting to go in the third quarter, where the Bears have had the ball twice. They got a field goal, and this possession, the Vikings have only had the ball 1 time in the third quarter.
Yeah, what was a Vikings advantage in time of possession has now turned into a 6-minute advantage for the Chicago Bears. They had the ball 24 minutes, the Vikings 18.
Wow.
So it's they've completely flipped the record on that.
Bears 6 of 12 on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 3. Caleb Williams back to pass. He pumps, throws left, incomplete. Overthrew the rookie Loveland, covered by fellow former Wolverine Metellus. And now Cairo Santos, who was perfect today. He's 2 for 2, including a 54-yard hit. He's in to try to kick the Bears to a 16-3 lead. Let's see.
Yeah, they were it was a gotcha play. They were faking the whip screen to the outside and let the blockers sneak up into the end zone. So great job by Metellus and defensively to stop that play.
33-yard try between the hash marks to the east side of U.S. Bank Stadium. Scott Daly snaps. Punter Taylor holds. Snap spot. Kick is good. And the Chicago Bears have a 16-3 lead with 2:11 to go in the third quarter on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings audio network, driven by Polaris.
Okay, everybody, welcome to the Vikings Jan Show Fan Show. My special guest today is Jared Allen. So, Jared, who you got for the Vikings game this week?
Minnesota Vikings.
Me too. So, that's our show. We'd like to thank our sponsor, the Minnesota Lottery, who reminds you this could be your year. Play the new
Vikings
Scratch Game for a shot at $100,000, game tickets, and more. Minnesota Lottery. I'm in. Must be 18 or older to play.
NFL fans, when it's time to get Vikings tickets, you can tackle game day with total certainty with Ticketmaster. With 100% verified tickets available all season long, you can count on getting in with ease and spend time focusing on the good stuff. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, you can still score seats. Want to meet up inside the stadium with your crew? Transferring your tickets is an easy handoff. So, get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Vikings.
Vikings fans, meet the MVP of flavor, the Humble Goat. Our cranberry cinnamon goat cheese earned 2nd place in the World Champion Cheese Contest, and our plain goat cheese just scored 2nd at the American Cheese Society Awards. Smooth, creamy, healthy, and perfect for game day and every day. Find the Humble Goat cheese at your local store, and don't forget, Humble Goat protein powder is fueling fans everywhere. Available now on Amazon. World class and Minnesota proud.
A winning team
needs great players. At Trade Home Shoes, we have legendary players like Birkenstock, Brooks, New Balance, UGG, Adidas, and Nike. We also have top performers like Hoka, On, Olakai, UFOs, Ultra, and a rising star, Rival. Whether you're gearing up for game day or the daily hustle, score a winning pair for the whole family at Trade Home Shoes. Proud partner of the Minnesota Vikings. Trade Home Shoes. Enjoy life. Feet first.
Hey Vikes fans, it's head coach Kevin O'Connell. Join PA and I Tuesday mornings at 11 a.m. to talk about today's game and look ahead to our next opponent, right here on the audio home for Vikings football, KFAN.
Alrighty, so the Chicago Bears, with their second possession of the second half, went 10 plays, 65 yards, took 5 minutes, 7 seconds off the clock. Their first possession this half, they took 4:29 off the clock. Near the end of the first half, they had a possession for a minute and a half. On their touchdown drive in the second quarter, 15 plays, 74 yards, 8:25. So they are playing Ben ball, Ben Johnson being their head coach, chewing on the clock, running the ball, and owning the lead. Here's the kick to Price from his own 3, and he heads up the middle, bounces off a Bear, gets out to the left, and is tripped up by running back Roschon Johnson after an 18-yard return. Now, we have 2:05 to go in the third quarter. And executive producer for the audio network, Chad Abbott, reminds me, the score here is 16-3. Into the fourth quarter at Soldier Field week 1, the Vikings trailed 17-6. And then J.J. McCarthy went 7 of 10 with touchdown passes to Justin Jefferson and Aaron Jones, and he ran in the game winner. So let's see if J.J. has some late game tricks up his proverbial sleeve today. We're still in the third quarter, down 13. He's under center. Hand off Aaron Jones. I make that Jordan Mason. He goes to the left. Now he drags Grady Jarrett to the 27, 28, 29. Tough love yardage by Jordan Mason. It's a gain of 8, 2nd and 2.
And Paul, with 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter, you have to wonder, is that just what we do? Just keep handing this football off until the Bears stop us? Because McCarthy right now is at a 19.6 passer rating. So yes, you have to eventually give him the opportunity again, but right now at this time of the game, man, we need to keep the ball on the ground.
Jefferson left, Addison right, tailback Mason. Second down. McCarthy, play action from under center, straight drop. This one's going to go deep, and he underthrew it to Jordan Addison. The ball's knocked away. Jordan Addison had to end up playing cornerback on that play. By the way, if McCarthy airs that thing out, it is a 71-yard touchdown to Jordan Addison, and I don't think that can be disputed.
No, again, another guy open. I just think he was hit as he threw, and it forced the ball to fall short. So I don't necessarily think it was McCarthy that just underthrew it. He had somebody right at the hand. We know that there's a bandage on the hand. I don't think he was able to follow through, and we got a couple Bears defenders down.
Let's go down to Ben Lieber.
You know, something that we really haven't talked about, and Pete, you actually mentioned it in the first half, Will Fries in this offensive line, what they're doing in the run game is outstanding. I was just making the comment to Chad Abbott that Donovan Jackson on that last 8-yard run literally pushed the guy in front of him all 8 yards down the field. I mean, whether it's Fries, whether it's Jackson, whoever it is up front, this run game is working because our offensive line is playing so physical, and that's got to be why KOC keeps calling these plays. And, you know, we're actually canning these plays at the line of scrimmage, getting into these audibles, and it looks like because they're seeing too high safety, we're checking now into more runs than we are passes, which is a contrast from last game.
Amen. Well explained. Tyreek Stevenson, by the way, is the cornerback down for the Chicago Bears. Do you think I unfairly overstated it with the way Addison had to play that? In essence,
no.
he became the DB, knocking
absolutely.
it away to make sure it's not pick number 3.
Absolutely. And again, you get another chance to look at it in this time with both Jaquan Brisker and Tyreek Stevenson down. McCarthy wasn't able to follow through, right? He got some late pressure by Grady Jackson right up the middle, and that's what caused the ball to fall short. So it's a great job, really, on the outside by Jordan Addison to come back and break that thing up. And the collision that happened between Tyreek Stevenson and Jaquan Brisker, takes Tyreek Stevenson off. He's walking very, very gingerly to the sideline. The Bears, they were hoping to get Jalen Johnson back soon, but they don't. Wow. So they are very, very thin at the defensive back position.
They got your guy, Nick McLeod. Remember last year, week 1 at the Giants, Darnold just worked Nick McLeod.
Yes, he did. He owned him.
All right, third down, McCarthy back to pass. He'll throw over the middle, incomplete, through the hands of Justin Jefferson, center of the field. Justin frustratingly claps his hands together, thinking maybe he should have caught it, or maybe it was a little too fast. Nevertheless, it was incomplete, so now the Vikings are punting again.
A little bit of a Bronx cheer going on here at the stadium, Paul. It's is that an opportunity right there to go ahead and run the football and see how it goes? Maybe be 4-down territory already with the way this game has gone. I mean, that's only, I think, the 7th play that we've run offensively in this third quarter.
Snap to right. High punt by Ryan Wright. Devin Duvernay from his own 14, far side of the field. Tavier Thomas and Ty Felton, a couple of nice special teamers, will wrestle him out of bounds after a return of 5 yards. So we have 1:04 to go in the third quarter. Bears up 16-3, and we're back on the sideline with Nacho Lieber.
Yeah, guys, I was watching McCarthy as he came off the field there just to see, was there frustration? What's the body language like? And you guys talk about Jets coming off the field as well, looking a little frustrated. But they actually crossed each other's paths, and they stopped to give each other a little dap as to show, like, hey, we're good. We're good. As much as JJ and Jets were probably frustrated with each other on that, in that particular play, not converting on that 3rd and 2, but it seemed like as they were passing each other, all is well between quarterback and receiver.
Well, it's becoming far too much of a common thread. The amount of times Jefferson is targeted compared to his catches. Targeted 9 times, 4 catches. Caleb with a 13-point lead. Sidearm over the middle to Durham Smythe. Caught at the 28, stopped at the 29. That's his first reception as a member of the Chicago Bears. It's a gain of 8 yards, making it 2nd and 2. Now, the Bears are +2 in the turnover differential. Into the game, they were +14, number 1 in the NFL. And the Vikings have just 3 interceptions this season. That is the fewest in franchise history through the first 9 games. 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Second down, offset eye right behind Caleb Williams, who goes to Kyle Monangai, and he runs up the middle. Blake Cashman will stop him at the 33, but nevertheless, that's another Chicago Bears first down. We'll pause. 16-3 Bears. That is the end of the third quarter. And from U.S. Bank Stadium with Ben Lieber and Pete Bursich, I'm Paul Allen. This is Minnesota Vikings football.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious. With multiple engine options and impressive towing, while Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Visit ChevyDealOnline.com.
Minnesota deserves a go-to destination for all things high school sports in our state. All the scores, the stories, the stats, live streams, social feeds, photos, personalized team pages, breaking news. One place for everything you're looking for. That's why the Minnesota Star Tribune is launching Strib Varsity. You'll find Minnesota Star Tribune journalism, Minnesota Prep Hub stats and schedules, streams, stories, and more. Strib Varsity is Minnesota's new home for complete high school sports coverage. Sign up today at StarTribune.com/StribVarsity.
All right, team, huddle up. It's game time at Mystic Lake. Score season-long prizes with drawings, giveaways, and more action at the official casino of the Minnesota Vikings. Catch a $15 round-trip ride to U.S. Bank Stadium for a Minnesota Vikings home game with Mystic Lake Game Day Park and Ride. And raise a glass to victory with game day food and drink specials at Hop House, the Twin Cities' newest sports bar and live music destination. Check out the latest casino promotions at MysticLake.com. You don't want to miss out.
What did you do at New Horizon Academy today, Miles?
Mom,
Letter of the week is S. We added the word sun to our word wall. We read a book about the weather, built a solar oven on the playground. We practiced star breathing, and then I learned how to make an S in sign language. It was so fun!
Sounds like you had a great day. New Horizon Academy offers premium early childhood development for all families. We serve best-in-class social-emotional education for kiddos from infancy to school age. Check us out at newhorizonacademy.net.
Mesh Besher and Spence bring you Vikings linebacker Jonathan Grenard with the Power Trip every Tuesday on the official morning show and station for Vikings football, KFAN.
Some hot fourth quarter action from U.S. Bank Stadium is upon you. The Bears lead the Vikings 16-3, and they have the ball, first down from their own 32. Give joy to local families in need by donating to the Salvation Army. SalvationArmyNorth.org for information. And now's the perfect time to score the Hyundai car or SUV you've always coveted. See your Twin Cities Hyundai dealer today. Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears at 6-3 break the huddle. He's 14 of 26 for 155 passing yards. He's run for 26 on 4 runs. First down from their own 32. Olamide Zaccheaus lightly used today in motion to the left, play action by Caleb. Straight drop. He hasn't been sacked, or has he? Yes, he has! Finally, they got to Caleb Williams. First sack of the day by either team. Only the 15th time he's been sacked this year. And Dallas Turner, along with Jalen Redmond late. They'll make it second and about 12.
Yeah, great job by Dallas Turner to see Jonathan Allen pushing up the offensive guard, pushing up Jonah Jackson up the field, and then working underneath to get that sack. So we've been getting to Caleb, bringing him down. It's been a totally different story. So great job by Dallas Turner.
Dallas with 2.5 sacks this year, second and 11 empty backfield. Caleb Williams, deep drop from the shotgun, bounces around, pumps, rolls out to the right, throws it away. Now, 3rd and 11 from the Bears 31. Vikings trailing 16-3. And it seems the coverage down the field has gotten quite good, hasn't it, Pete?
Yeah, he had absolutely nowhere to go with that. And that's a great job by the back end of this defense. And having said all that, be ready for those quick screen or something fast to try to let somebody run after the catch. That's been kind of their MO in situations like this.
Bears are 6 of 13 on 3rd down. 3rd and 11 from their own 31. 2 receivers left and right. Manungai to the right of Caleb Williams. Snap. Vikings rush 4. Williams runs away from Redmond to the right. Van Ginkel got him, and he sacked him. Andrew Van Ginkel with a big-time sack back at the 18-yard line. And the Chicago Bears are punting it away to Miles Price.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense to respond. And you can see the changes that they're making in their pass rushing with guys looping underneath. And then on that last one, Van Ginkel just gets a feel and feels that Caleb Williams is going to rush himself outside. He doesn't come underneath. Ricochets outside and makes the sack. So great job with the feel of the pass rush by our defensive front.
How about the first Vikings punt return touchdown since 2016? Ooh, they nearly blocked it, end over end. Miles Price, here he comes from the 33, heads to the left side to the 35-40. He has room at the 50. How about it? Gets to the 40 to the 30, angles to the right to the 25. Miles Price providing a spark to the Minnesota Vikings, trailing 16-3, 13-14 to go in the game. And it'll be first down for the Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, that's deep. That's 3 phases of the game. That's the defense going out there doing their job, getting the Bears to go backwards.
Yep.
The special teams gets out there. He gets a huge return all the way down, almost inside the Bears' red zone. Now the offense has to do their job.
Yep.
You score here, it's only a 6-point lead. Now we got some pressure on these Bears, Paul. They've been comfortable, I think, the entire game. It's time to make them uncomfortable. Let's go.
42-yard return by Price, his longest punt return so far this year, and he's a rookie. Here we go. 1st and 10 from the Bears 24. Straight eye behind McCarthy. It's a toss right. And turning it up. Jordan Mason gets to the 20 outside the numbers. Tremaine Edmonds runs him down at about the 16. It's a run of 8. It was a bulldozing run by Jordan Mason. 2nd and 2, 13 minutes to go in the game. The Vikings, they got some work to do, but at least they got some momentum.
Yeah, what a block by C.J. Ham on C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Paul. I mean, we've talked about this all day, that they're keeping a defensive back in basically to play linebacker against base personnel. So you got the mismatch. And C.J. Ham will take Gardner-Johnson all over.
2nd and short, handoff Mason, runs to the right, 1st down, 10, 5, touchdown! Jordan Mason with his 5th rushing touchdown this year, and the Minnesota Vikings have life. It's 16-9 Chicago.
Yeah, they had a body there, but he just can't arm tackle Jordan Mason, Paul. Just almost the exact same play that they had run previously. Off tackle, Mason gets through the arm tackle by Gardner-Johnson, and he takes it up and gets it into the end zone. So what a huge turn of events. The Viking defense coming out, making something happen, special teams answering the call, and then the running game of all things.
Reichert, snap spot. Yes. All right. 12.5 minutes to go in the game. On the Sleep Number scoreboard, Bears 16, Minnesota 10 on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings Audio Network, driven by Polaris.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go feel like a breeze in the new Ford Explorer. Make tough tasks look easy with the powerful performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. Or take your adventures in the great outdoors to a whole new level with our built wild family of Ford Broncos. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting for you at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait, get behind the wheel of a new Ford today, based on calendar year total sales.
You're listening to Vikings football.
Vikes fans, you know the drill. Game day isn't game day without the right lineup off the field. That's why I roll with Top 10 Liquors, the preferred liquor store of the Minnesota Vikings. Whether it's beer for the tailgate, bourbon for a celebratory pour, or even the latest seltzers, Top 10's got your game day covered. With 15 convenient metro locations, there's always a Top 10 nearby. Stock up today and make sure your next watch party feels like a win. Top 10 Liquors, more than a liquor store.
For all the things you have to do and places you need to be, let Uber take you there. Because you had just one more 3 rounds ago. Because the 5 a.m. flight seemed like a good idea at the time. Because check engine lights always appear at the worst possible times. And because parking downtown is a nightmare. Because there are nights out, airport trips, and car troubles in your area, there are drivers in your area. Uber. Request a ride today. Wait time varies. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
What's the difference between banks and a credit union like Wings? One word. Ownership. Banks are owned by shareholders, so profits go to shareholders. At Wings, you own it, literally. So profits are reinvested in your financial experience in the form of member-exclusive rates, robust digital services, and locations throughout Minnesota. No one likes switching, but it's time to stop missing out on the benefits of financial ownership. Visit wingcu.com/own it. Insured by NCUA. Membership required.
Our reaction to all of today's action, Common and Teneby, breakdown Bears Vikings, noon to 3 tomorrow afternoon, right here on the
Chicago leads 16-10, 12.5 minutes to go in the game. And Jordan Mason has 5 rushing touchdowns. By the way, that's Jordan Mason's first touchdown in a game for the Vikings that Aaron Jones plays. When Jones plays, for whatever the reason, Mason doesn't score, but today he did. And Vikings fans, you can get ready for kickoff with Pothole Pizza only from Quick Trip. Grab a slice wherever you watch or listen to the game, and it's available at U.S. Bank Stadium. Will Reichert's kick, deep one. Devin Duvernay, fair catch for a touchback 2 yards deep in the end zone. Neutralizing Devin Duvernay is not a bad thing. He has 2 kick return touchdowns in his career, including one from 103. And, you know, the Bears' last kick return touchdown has a Minnesota tie. It took place in 2020. Cordero Patterson right up the middle, 104.
Yeah, and Paul, here's the thing. The Vikings are sitting at -9 on the take give. The Bears have gotten themselves a +16. What a great opportunity right here to at least get one.
Yep.
If you've got one in you, get it now.
Yep. I'm with you on that, brother. Williams under center, handoff DeAndre Swift, room up the middle, leaves it to the left 40, and he stopped at the 44. Kind of an effortless run of 9 yards by DeAndre Swift. It's 2nd and 1.
Yeah, they just teed off on our defensive front, Paul, and Jalen Redmond and Levi Drake Rodriguez. Our whole defensive line was pushed about 4 or 5 yards back, and DeAndre Swift, I don't think, got touched until he was about 8 yards down the field. I mean, we need more out of our front. I know the time of possession has completely swung the other way, but guys, you don't have much real estate left behind you.
Your guy Trapillo, the rookie offensive lineman's in, so they have 6 offensive linemen, and they're going to fake a jet, hand it off to DeAndre Swift. He runs for a first down across the 50 into Vikings territory, taken down at the 45, and that is an 11-yard run by DeAndre Swift with a 16-10 lead for the Bears, and now 11 and a half minutes to go in the game.
That's Jalen Redmond missing an arm tackle on DeAndre Swift, and DeAndre Swift's yards per attempt went up an entire yard under Ben Johnson from a year ago. So he loves this system. He loves being back in there, and he's all lathered up and ready to go. So we're going to have to stop him.
14 runs, 63 yards for Swift. First down for the Bears. Couple of tight ends, they're off to the right. Now one of them, Cole Kmet, in motion to the left, handoff DeAndre Swift, and he runs through a Vikings tackle at the 43, heads outside the numbers to the 40, and he's taken down after a run of 8 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 2. Maybe a fatigued Vikings defense starting to miss some tackles.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what I was talking about with the time of possession, it being Vikings having the lead in that, have like a 5 by 5 minutes is completely swung the other way. So these legs out there for the defenders getting tired, and maybe getting a little bit less aggressive with the blitzing, all those things. But what a great stop on the last drive, Paul. And the Bears are like, you know what? We're done throwing it. We're just going to start pounding it.
3 runs for Swift on this possession for 28 yards. Odunze in motion to the right. They go back to DeAndre Swift. He heads to the right side, and he's smacked near the line of scrimmage. Jalen Redmond in the mix, along with Blake Cashman, who leads the Vikings in tackles. And Ivan Pace Jr. also involved, but the Bears got a first down. Clock continues to run. 10 minutes to go in this North Division collision. 6-3 Bears, 16. 4-5 Vikings, 10.
Yeah, both teams now eclipsing 100 yards on the ground. The Bears at 115, the Vikings at 104. So, a lot more running game today than we thought.
We need a forced fumble. Into the game, the Vikings had 11, tied for first in the NFL. Caleb Williams back to pass, throws it over the middle, incomplete. It was tipped up into the air. Joshua Metellus close to it, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the Vikings 34.
Yeah, great job by Dallas Turner on Durham Smythe. Just Smith in the middle of the field, Paul. He had a pass breakup a week ago, and now he gets another one today. So he has a sack earlier. He's starting to show up. We need him to play big right now with Grenard out.
2nd and 10 from the Vikings 34. Burton and Moore to the left. Odunze to the right. They're going to run Swift. He runs through a Dallas Turner missed tackle, gets to the 30-yard line left side, and then Javon Hargrave and Andrew Van Ginkel bring him down. But it's a run of 7, making it 3rd and manageable. It's 3rd and 3.
And the tough spot here is with only a 6-point lead, anything that the Bears are able to put up on the scoreboard makes it a 2-score game. So as Tyson Bagent checks in again, but they didn't fall for it the first time. He's a decoy last time. We'll see what they do here with him.
Bagent, by the way, is the backup to Caleb Williams. So they have 2 quarterbacks in the game. Bagent is wide right outside of Cole Kmet. 2 tight ends to the right. The Bears are 6 of 14 on 3rd down. Williams under center. He's going to hand it off to Swift. Van Ginkel directed him right. Cashman finished him off. All that window dressing, and guess what? The window came down on your fingers. And now Cairo Santos is in for a field goal try. This will be about a 44-yard try with 8.5 minutes to go in the game. And the Bears lead 16-10. Santos is 3 of 3 today, including a hit from 54 yards, which set a Bears record for the most 50-yard or more makes in the history of said squad. This is a 45-yard try to the west side of U.S. Bank Stadium right hash. Snap. Good spot down. Rodgers nearly blocked it, and Santos missed it! Yes, he did! Credit Isaiah Rodgers for that miss. He came flying in. He messed up the operation, and if that's not accurate, I'm going to go with it. 8:08 to go in the game, and on the Sleep Number scoreboard, the Vikings have life. They trail 16-10 on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings Audio Network, driven by Polaris.
Vikings fans, looking to upgrade your wardrobe? This local brand based in St. Paul will become your new go-to. Unreal is the premium athleisure brand that combines comfort, versatility, and style, crafting elevated apparel that will take you from the office to the gym or the airport to the golf course. Wherever you go, they've got you covered. Shop now at Unreal.com and experience the difference yourself. That's UNRL.com, the best athleisure wear in the game.
When it comes to managing your blood pressure, you play to win. You've made changes to your diet. You stay active. You've followed your doctor's game plan to the letter. But when it comes to your health, you can't always tackle it alone. Go beyond typical treatments with a Simplicity blood pressure procedure. Brought to you by Medtronic, official sponsor of the Vikings. Talk to your doctor. Results may vary. Adverse events include but are not limited to temporary pain and bruising. Read important risk factor information at beyondhbp.com.
For Minnesotans, whatever the season, we live outdoors. And no one knows that better than Polaris, the American power sports company. From tasks to trails or lakes to lanes, with brands like Polaris Slingshot and Ranger side-by-sides, Indy snowmobiles, and Bennington pontoons, Polaris is your partner to think outside. Polaris, proud partner of your Minnesota Vikings.
For the Vikings, growth is a team effort. Coaches maximize performance. Teammates push your limits. But in business, who's there to help you grow? Lumen, that's who. Like saving live broadcasts from lag time, helping deliver the in-stadium experience for fans with millions more around the globe, and bringing all the benefits of the cloud to your network. So it's as secure as a defensive line and as legendary as the fans that cheer them on. Welcome to the on-demand network that meets your demands. Learn more at lumen.com. Services not available everywhere.
You're listening to Minnesota Viking football right now on your home for Vikings football, KFAN.
All right, welcome back. 8:08 to go in the game. 16-10. The Bears lead. The Vikings have the ball. Cairo Santos 3 of 4 on field goals today, and indeed a spry Isaiah Rodgers kind of led to that miss.
Yeah, he did. He was just quickly getting around the edge. You have to have a knack for that. Either guys do or don't. And Isaiah Rodgers absolutely has that, and Santos pulled it to the left and missed. So big opportunity here for the Vikings offense.
J.J. McCarthy looking for his first victory at U.S. Bank Stadium. 1st and 10 from his own 35. He's only down 6. Addison in motion to the left. They're going to toss it right to Jordan Mason. Montez Sweat snipped it out, swallowed him up after a gain of 2. 2nd and 8.
Now for Jordan Mason, he was averaging up until that run at about 8.6 yards per carry. So for the Vikings, that part of it's working. You're going to have to lean on that, and that goes probably against Kevin O'Connell's ethos as much as you can, just because he wants to throw this football. But the Bears have to find a way to stop the running game of the Minnesota Vikings.
Middle of the 4th quarter, Vikes down by 6. 2nd and 8 from their own 38. McCarthy passing left and is dropped by Jordan Addison at the 41. He probably would have been shy of the first down. Tyreek Stephen make that Nahshon Wright close to him, but nevertheless, that was a drop. And the receivers, just with all due respect, have been missed so much today. It's kind of difficult getting frustrated at a drop, but then again, that was a big play.
Well, Jordan Addison does not have a reception today. He's been targeted 5 times.
Oh, geez.
And 0 catches. So that would have been the easiest one there for him all day.
Big play here. C.J. Ham motions to the backfield with McCarthy out of the shotgun. The Vikings are 3 of 9 on 3rd down. Jefferson in motion. It's 3rd and 8. Here comes J.J. Fastball over the middle, incomplete. Hawkinson and Jefferson, both with outstretched arms, kind of looking at each other. Meanwhile, Jalen Naylor's behind everybody at the 25. And his nickname is Speedy for a reason. So the Vikings get a little momentum there with the Cairo Santos miss, and can't do anything with it. So Ryan Wright is going to punt it to Devin Duvernay. The Bears lead 16-10. This will be the 6th punt for Ryan Wright. He's averaging 50.5 yards per. Snap. Right-footed punt. High punt, rather short, but it's going to trigger a fair catch at the 18. So another one inside the 20 for Ryan Wright. It is a 46-yard punt, 16-10 here in Minneapolis. Some compelling games around the National Football League today. Let's go to Mike Mussman at Scoreboard Central.
Thank you. Scoreboard Central is brought to you by U.S. Bank, the official bank of the Minnesota Vikings. All right, this has been just a nail-biter. Bucks, Bills, 32-31. The Bucks have the lead. Josh Allen has 3 touchdowns that he's thrown so far, but it was a turnover that led to that Bucks touchdown, and now the lead. Love ends up going to the locker room, comes back, throws a touchdown, but now the Giants have just taken the lead back 2019. Back to you, Peter.
All right, well, how about the Vikings take the lead on the Chicago Bears, and we can all really get excited. Toss right, Kyle Monangai. Blown up by Jalen Redmond back at the 13. Jalen Redmond with a tackle for loss. A 5-yard loss, maybe 4 for Kyle Monangai. And it'll be 2nd and 14 for the Chicago Bears. For Jalen Redmond, that now is his 7th tackle for loss this year.
Yeah, he just looped inside of Darnell Wright, and Darnell Wright just completely swung and missed. So we've talked about Darnell Wright and how strong and powerful he can be, but he missed Jalen Redmond on that play. And Jalen Redmond's really playing outside defensive tackle, almost a defensive end right now.
Caleb Williams, 14 of 28, 155 yards. Play action from under center. The Vikings blitz, pass over the middle. Bobbled and dropped DJ Moore. It was thrown behind him a little bit, but DJ catches that 9.3 out of 10 times. So 6.5 minutes to go in the game. Bears lead 16-10. It's 3rd and 14 for Ben Johnson's bunch.
Yeah, for DJ Moore on that play, Paul, he's running up high and he's reading the safety, he's reading the corner, whether or not he's going to run it out or a dig. And he just kind of delayed himself a little bit and didn't get his head around fast enough for the ball to get there. That's why it surprised him.
Bears 6 of 15 on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 14. The play clock's down to 5. Caleb's out of the shotgun. The Vikings rush 5. Dallas Turner blitz. It was picked up. Pass over the middle to Loveland. Oh, really? He eluded a tackle of Harrison Smith at the 30 to the 35-40.
Come on!
Massive first down for the Chicago Bears. It's a connection of 25 yards. More missed tackles.
Unbelievable. We had 2 guys there. You had Harrison Smith and Josh Metellus, both with a swing and a miss. I mean, they're throwing up the white flag by throwing basically an outlet to the tight end who checked on his way out. That was a gimme. That was an absolute gimme offensively. We had 2 guys there to make the tackle. Neither one of them does. Come on!
First down, handoff Monangai to the right side. He has room across the 40 to the 45. Kyle Monangai stopped by Metellus and Van Ginkel in tandem, but still a run of about 8, maybe 9 yards. So 2nd and short, 5.5 minutes to go in the game. Bears lead 16-10. They just had a 3rd and 14 with Loveland, the Michigan rookie, catching a pass over the middle where he should have been stopped well in advance of the first down marker, but they couldn't get to him. And now the Bears continue to chew the clock and hold on to the ball as Durham Smythe motions to the backfield. Offset eye left, Monangai, the tailback from their own 48. Handoff to the Rutgers rookie. He weaves to the left, back to the right into Vikings territory. First down to the 48. It's a run of 4.
And it's just a shame, Paul. You have that opportunity. Now the defense has been called upon a number of times today to get out there and to make a stop, and they've done it. They've managed to do it. Right now, though, a 13-minute lead in time of possession for the Chicago Bears. It's almost up to 14.
And +2 in the take give.
And +2 in the take give. So the fact that this is a one-score game, as frustrating as it is, you got to give a little bit of a tip of the cap to the defense.
Blake Cashman has 15 tackles. Well done. It's a toss to Kyle Monangai. Flag on the play. Heads to the right across the 45. Stopped at the 43 on first down. Run of about 5, maybe 6.
This will be false start against the Bears.
Let's go.
Illegal formation offense. Number 58 was on the end of the line and uncovered. 5-yard penalty.
First down.
That's Darnell Wright's 8th penalty this year.
It's kind of unfair to penalize a tackle when you're uncovered. It's not your job to get covered up. So,
I was thinking the same thing.
It's really not much in the way of surprises here with what the Bears are trying to do. And somehow you got to dig deep defensively, Paul, and make these tackles at the point of attack.
Extra offensive lineman Trapillo's in. More in motion to the left. Handoff Monangai to the right side. Nothing! Stopped at the 43-yard line. It's a TFL. Jalen Redmond, Eric Wilson, et al. with a 4-yard loss. Now we got 4 minutes to go in the game. The Vikings have 3 timeouts remaining. So do the Bears. And it'll be 2nd and 19 from the Bears 43.
Yeah, and this is a situation with the clock ticking down just under 4 minutes, Paul. You've got to fight for every yard in this situation to make the Bears punt and at least get the ball back one more time with a 1-score game. So even if you hold them, you can't let them get to your own 40-yard line.
Yes, sir. 2 receivers left and right. Caleb Williams from under center. Play action. Bounces around, sees nothing. Excellent coverage. Jonathan Allen's all over him. Of course he gets away from it. Now he's back at the 25, and he'll fire one out of bounds. Incomplete. So with 3:29 to go in the game, it's 3rd and 19 for the Chicago Bears from their own 43. And this is the newest, biggest play of the game for the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, our defenders are changing how they're going after Caleb Williams, Paul. They're settling down. They're not just going 100%. They're breaking down in front of them.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. And Dallas Turner gave Caleb Williams a good shot after the ball was thrown. I was surprised he didn't get a penalty call.
Bears are 7 of 16 on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 19. Williams back to pass. It's a screen to Monangai. Turns it up left side to the 45-50. Run down from behind, 5 yards shy of the first down. That thing got sneaky. Joshua Metellus slow to get up. Van Ginkel got him from behind. They gained 14, and the clock stops briefly as Metellus departs the game. 16-10, the Bears lead, and it's 4th down from the Vikings 43-yard line. So if they want to try a field goal with Santos, it'd be from 60. His career long is 55, and he missed from 45 the last time he kicked.
Yeah, this might be a go for it on 4th down situation. So, which is. It's a pretty gutsy move. Now they're within about 5 yards.
There's no chance they go for it.
Well, you got to stay on sides, that's for sure, because it could be one of those and then take the penalty and go ahead and punt and try to back up the offense.
Great point.
I would think that would be the long play with how well their defense has played against us. So,
all right,
defensive front, stay on side. Here we go.
Well, the Bears have 6 first downs out of 14 4th down tries. The Vikings have faced 11 4th downs and given up first downs or touchdowns 8 times. 4th and 5 from the Vikings 43. Play clock at 10. Caleb Williams feigning, clapping for the ball, moving people around. Now he goes under center on 4th and 5. Puts Burden in motion. Play clock down to 2, down to 1. Ain't nobody biting, my man. The Bears will take a delay of game or a timeout. Delay of game.
Yeah, that situation, you wouldn't want to waste the timeout, but another great job by the defense, Paul, to be able to come up and
delay a game, offense, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
You were saying?
Well, I was going to say another great job by the defense. You're holding this Bears offense that's averaging 26.6 points per game to just 16, and with 3 minutes and 21 seconds left to go and 2 timeouts, you're getting the ball back in the hands of your offense. So the defense is staying out there for the punt fake, and here we go.
There's the snap. Taylor, who never has thrown a pass in his 2-year career, to Miles Price, and it's a fair catch at the 15-yard line with 3:14 to go in the game. Minnesota has 2 timeouts remaining. I believe they lost a timeout when the clock stopped on that Metellus situation where he lost his breath or cramped up or something. So, nevertheless, 2 timeouts for the Vikings, 3 for the Bears. And remember, week 1, the Vikings trailed the Bears 17-6 into the 4th quarter. They won the game 27-24, thanks in large part to J.J. McCarthy with 2 touchdown passes and a running touchdown to win the game. into the fourth quarter today, it was 16-3 Bears, and now it's 16-10, and J.J. McCarthy goes out of the shotgun with 3:14 to go in the game from his own 15, and they're going to run the ball, and it's going to go to the right side for just a couple of yards, maybe 3 by Aaron Jones, 2nd and 7.
And the Bears, Dennis Allen getting aggressive, sending C.J. Gardner-Johnson on a blitz up the middle. So that's his answer to stopping the run.
McCarthy out of the shotgun on 2nd down. Here's a blitz by Gardner-Johnson, and McCarthy picked it up, fired over the middle, caught T.J. Hawkinson at the 30, and he'll moonwalk to the 35, make it the 38. 20-yard hit, McCarthy to Hawkinson approaching the 2-minute warning. C.J. Gardner-Johnson came with a massive blitz, and McCarthy got rid of it quickly. That's so key.
What a move by Hawkinson on Tremaine Edmonds. Wow.
First down from the Vikings, 39, down by 6, very late. Handoff Aaron Jones, room to the right side, and he's hit at the 42, plunges ahead to the 45. It's a 6-yard run by Aaron Jones. It'll be 2nd and 4, 2:15 and counting to go in the game. The Vikings have 2 timeouts remaining. The Vikings are 2-0 in the division. The Bears are winless, having lost to the Vikings and the Detroit Lions. McCarthy out of the shotgun, quickie right, dropped by T.J. Hawkinson at the 50. It was a left hash, right sideline throw to Hawkinson, who should have caught it. 2:03 to go in the game. Now it's 3rd and 4.
Yeah, Paul, that was should have been a pretty routine throw and catch on an out route to T.J. Hawkinson. He just didn't come up with it. We've seen a number of those balls drop today. Jordan Addison, now Hawkinson on this one. So hopefully it doesn't interfere with the timing, but we're definitely in 4-down territory. You've got 2 chances here to move the chain.
Minnesota 3 of 10 on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 4 from the 45. McCarthy facing a blitz, throws right, and the ball is deflected at the line of scrimmage by Jervon Dexter Sr. It's incomplete. That was a major problem last week against the Ravens. First time it's happened today. But when we return, it is 4th and everything for the Minnesota Vikings, trailing 16-10 on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings audio network, driven by Polaris.
Hey, friends with food allergies. Life is about to get way easier. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Look, let's not argue. You've got enough stress. Just remember this name. Liam's. Liam's. Lee to the ums. As in Liam's frozen entrees that are free of the top 9 allergens. What? Gluten-free, too. Delicious, nutritious, ready in minutes, safe meals for you, your kids, and even those adorable people who can eat whatever they want. Liam's rocks. To find which grocer's freezers are cool enough to stock Liam's, head to saferplate.com.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go feel like a breeze in the new Ford Explorer. Make tough tasks look easy with the powerful performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. Or take your adventures in the great outdoors to a whole new level with our Built Wild family of Ford Broncos. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting for you at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait, get behind the wheel of a new Ford today. Based on calendar year total sales.
This Minnesota Vikings season, touchdowns are great, but sacks are better. That's because Buffalo Wild Wings is giving away 6 free wings with a $10 minimum purchase anytime the Vikings get 2 or more sacks in a game. This Sacks for Wings promotion is valid 3 days after each qualifying game at participating Buffalo Wild Wings throughout Minnesota and surrounding areas. Get your 6 free wings on top of great drink specials, including new happy hour and late night offers throughout football season at your local B-Dubs, a preferred sports bar of the Minnesota Vikings.
It's okay, Daddy's here. Rock-a-bye, baby, on the treetop. Josh Allen beat Daddy's team and really went off. When the game ends, Daddy's ranking will fall. And jerk-face Bill will win Fantasy League trophy and all.
Hon, have a Snickers.
Thanks.
And maybe take a break from the league chat.
You're distracted when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Minnesota Wild Vegas Golden Knights today at 5 on the audio home for Wild Hockey. FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
All righty, 1:59 to go in the game. Welcome back. Ben Lieber, Pete Bursich, Paul Allen. And 4th and 4 for the Minnesota Vikings from their own 45. They have 2 timeouts remaining. They trail 16-10. J.J. McCarthy with an empty backfield. 3 receivers right, a couple to the left. Now C.J. Ham motions to the backfield to join McCarthy's to the left. The play clock's at 15. Plenty of time. J.J. takes the snap. Massive blitz at him. Fires right. Caught! First down! Jordan Addison! Cold-blooded connection from J.J. McCarthy. That's Jordan Addison's first catch today. Clock runs. It's a gain of 5. Jefferson heads out to the left where he will join a player, T.J. Hawkinson, to make that Jalen Naylor. 2 to the right. McCarthy first down. Throws over the middle. Caught Jefferson. Tripped up at the 45, but he's lanky, and he'll get out to the 42. That's a quick hitting gain of 8. A minute and a half to go. 16-10 Bears. The Vikings trying to put the dirtiest of losses on the Bears. McCarthy, 2nd and 3. Takes the snap. Straight drop. Throws over the middle. Caught Hawkinson. First down between the hash marks. 35 to the 30. Tackled by Jaquan Brisker. That's a gain of 12. Minnesota with 2 timeouts remaining. We have a minute 10 to go in the game. 16-10 Chicago. The Vikings trying to sweep the Chicago Bears in 2025. McCarthy facing another blitz. It's picked up. Throws to the right. Caught! Naylor at the 15! First down, and he got out of bounds. 16-yard hit, and he got out of bounds, so the clock stops with 56 seconds to go. Now everybody can settle.
Yeah, and Naylor had some opportunity. Had he turned that thing up, he kind of caught that ball and went right out of bounds. Had he turned it up, he could have added another 5 to 7 to that reception. So a great throw by J.J. McCarthy on the out route. The Hawkinson up the middle. McCarthy has responded, and he has been on target.
Facing a blitz every play. McCarthy, shotgun. 1st and 10 from the Bears 15. Addison in motion to the left. Takes the snap. Now a 4-man rush. McCarthy to the end zone. And caught! Yes! Jordan Addison! Just in the nick of time! And we're tied at 16! He's J.J. McCarthy. Well done!
You got to give a ton of credit to the offensive line. The Bears went with a 4-man rush, and McCarthy had all the time in the world to allow Addison as a second really through the zone to get to the end zone, and it was a beautiful back shoulder throw, and Jordan Addison comes up with the biggest catch of the day.
Reichert, snap spot. Will Reichert, yes! How about this? 17-16, Minnesota coming from the depths of nowhere. They've gone from the outhouse to the penthouse. We have 50 seconds to go in the game, and just like week 1, when the Vikings trailed 17-6 into the 4th quarter, they trailed 16-3 to these Bears into the 4th quarter, and now they lead 17-16. The Bears have 3 timeouts. Caleb Williams, DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, and the rest of the Cats, let's make them go a long way to put Cairo Santos in position to try to beat the Vikings.
Yeah, the Bears still with 3 timeouts, so they can still run the football here and be selective with it. The Vikings have to make a decision, though. Do they get aggressive, or do you sit back and play zone and make Caleb Williams complete some throws underneath, Paul? So it comes down to a defense who I think has just played outstanding today, all day long. Now they get the opportunity to finish this off, and you may be tired, but the situation calls for just a little bit more, Paul. And so here we go. Jalen Redmond, Dallas Turner. It's time for you guys to start the legend, right? You're missing Jonathan Grenard, the best defender on the field, and now you're holding this team to 16 points. Come on. Get out there and make a play. Let's go.
Reichert kicking it to the east side of U.S. Bank Stadium. Boom. A shorter kick by design. Duvernay from his own 3. Heads right. 5, 10, 15, 20. It's a nice block from Blackwell. Eric Wilson trying to run him down with Will Reichert. And Josh Blackwell make that Devin Duvernay out of bounds deep in Vikings territory. Devin Duvernay with a cold-blooded return of 57 yards. And with 42 seconds to go in the game, Minnesota leads 17-16, and the Bears have the ball at the Vikings' 39-yard line.
Yeah, Paul, you talk about disappointing. Duvernay was able to catch this football on the near side and then bend it all the way to the opposite side of the field.
What a block by Blackwell.
And Tyler Batty just wasn't able to get wide enough. Huge mistake by the special teams. Now the Bears started their own 40-yard line. You can't give an inch right here now.
First down. Williams hands it to Swift, left side, grinds to the 37 for a gain of 2. We're going to pause for station identification. It's Minnesota Vikings football.
This is Vikings Bears on the audio home for Vikings football. FM 100.3 KFXN, Minneapolis, St. Paul. The Fan.
You know, into the game, the Minnesota Vikings had 11 forced fumbles. They still have 11 forced fumbles. That number is tied for best in the NFL into the week. They have 0 today. What a wonderful time to force a fumble right now.
Yeah, I mean, the Bears, to their credit, they have four wins this year where they've trailed inside of 2 minutes to go in the game and come back and won. So they have faith. They've done it before. They've done it multiple times this year. So this position is not new for them.
66,000 plus at US Bank Stadium on their collective feet. 2nd and 6 for Chicago from the Vikings 36. Handoff Swift. Tyrion Ingram Dawkins, the rookie from Georgia, with a 2-yard loss. What a play by my man. Active this week. He beat somebody up front, threw the running back down. Now it's 3rd and 8 from the 38.
Yeah, he chased that one down from behind. So just to, again, being aggressive. That's exactly what Flores has to do here, because you can't give an inch on the ground. You got to make this field goal try as long as you possibly can. So I don't care. 3 yards here for it. It's not. You've got to stop them. And Dallas Turner getting himself back on the field. You would think you'd want him out there, Paul, on a play of this magnitude. Here it is.
Here it is.
Let's get some noise in this stadium, baby. Let's go.
33 seconds to go in the game. The Bears have a 3rd and 8 from the Vikings 38. 17-16 Minnesota. Straight eye behind Caleb Williams. Extra offensive lineman Trapillo's in the game. Loveland in motion to the right. Handoff Swift. Gets a good block to the 35. Drives to the 31. Oh, he got close to the first down, but he missed it. It's 3rd and 7. Make that a 7-yard gain. And it'll end up being 4th and 1 from the Vikings 30-yard line. Minnesota has no timeouts remaining. So they're going to let the clock run down, are the Chicago Bears, and set up a Cairo Santos potential game winner. Santos is 3 of 4 today. He hit from 54. His most recent kick from 45 yards going this direction to the west side of US Bank Stadium was a miss, and he missed it left. And he walks onto the field with punter Torrey Taylor, who holds. Their long snapper is Scott Daly.
And all eyes on Isaiah Rodgers. He's the one guy on the defense that just has such a knack for getting around the edge. Cairo Santos is going to remember him on the last play. So here we go, Paul.
48-yard try to win the game for the Chicago Bears. Right hash to the west side of US Bank Stadium. Snap spot. Santos! And it's good. And the Chicago Bears have walked off on the Minnesota Vikings with a 19-17 win. The Bears improve to 7-3. And in heartbreaking fashion, the Vikings drop to 4-6. David Koob is our statistician. His key to the game, Justin Jefferson, 5 catches on 9 targets, 61 yards with a long of 27.